there was more.
Yeah.
There was more in that conversation, right? He talked about when he first witnessed two men kissing each other in school, right? In his high school, two boys kissing each other. It was the very first time he has ever seen this kind of thing, and he, started rebuking them in the name of Jesus. He was still religious. Started rebuking them in the name of Jesus. He was surprised that everyone was accepting of this. He was thinking that everyone would go beat them up. Oh yeah, the other thing he said his ideas of masculinity, right? His idea of masculinity is brute force. Him and his buddies, when he sees his buddy, they hit each other. That's how a man ought be. That's how he thinks a man ought to be, right? Brute force was the words that he used. To me, I'm like, I don't know. Gentlemen, is that how we identify?
No. Masculine. I keep asking what I mean by masculinity, because that I think is more societal construct than being actually.
I'll let the rest of you join in on the conversation. Hey Buski, did you have something to say?
Yes.
Everybody on the panel, I got folks.
Hi, Booth.
I just wanted to state that it seems like Christians would rather spend eternity with their own slave masters than their own gay family members here on earth. They'll make so much excuses for the slave masters in the Bible, but as soon as they get to that gay part, they're done.
The future hold for us? Will we be yet another forgotten people, a mere footnote in the annals of history? Or will you prove to be the greatest ruler the world
I just started following Bakongo.
and build for us a
And
civilization?
I just started following Bakongo
Oh,
recently.
you just started following him, okay.
And so I'm just now going to have to unfollow him. I don't like that.
Why?
Well, I don't support, I support my friends. I support my friends. And you're not a friend of mine if you're an enemy to my friends. Right? Whatever you do that I agree with, that's great. I don't have to support it just because I agree with it. Right? But the benefit to being my friend is you get my support. Right? My friends get my support. I don't want to, I can't support a person that is an enemy to my friends. Right? And I don't care what they do. I don't care if he painted the Mona Lisa. I don't care. You don't get my friendship support in that because you are an enemy to my friends. That's just how my friendship works. And so he definitely lost a follow in me. Now I'm not saying anybody else shouldn't follow him. I get it. I totally understand. Or converse with him about whatever, religious ideas. That's cool. But I don't support that. I don't support that at all. Nah.
The trouble with his rhetoric is, it is this people, you see, people need a leader. Some people, they need someone to look up to. They leave religion, they're still not content to just look within. They need someone to lead the way. And so they will look for people that, their values and their, how they see the world, how, they look for someone who they align with. And they latch on to that person, and everything that person is saying, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's how I would see things. No critical thoughts at all. No, let me go back and go and do my own research. No, they just grab on. So it's not so much about Bakanga. It's not so much about him, but about the other people who were listening. Because while I was talking, you could see the comments in the comments. You could see the comments. Oh, don't listen to her. She is against African values. She's against African culture. She must be a lesbian. She must, just all those things. But
Wow.
It's the way that they just, and first I want to say, like, Sebastian, I did love the way that you said that you can't support someone just because you agree. I think as well that, like, my interpersonal relationships, like, I call myself golden retriever. Like, it's not that I wouldn't agree with someone, but the people I care about, like, the love is unconditional, so I will support them as well. But I think, like, as Afro, as you're expressing about Bakanga, when it comes to my own, like, African brothers and sisters, I also try to see, like, where their stance is about things like the way that they'll view talking about the patriarchy, right? Because I always ask this, like, if you look at a relationship through the lens of a patriarchy, there is no partnership, because it can't exist without control. There needs to be certain rules and expectations, and through patriarchy, by having a partnership. And do you also notice that when you call their relationship a partnership, it makes some men and some women as well uncomfortable, because a partnership through the patriarchal lens affords too much control to women, and it also puts too much responsibility on men to be aware of their but their role in society, especially in our cultures. Because if you ask some of them about this, if they want to talk about polygamy, they start to get upset when you start using what they call Western words to talk about dynamics. Because for them, when they look at polygamy, it's about power and control. It's not a mutual consensual thing. It's more about the husband is able, like, was it Bakanga? You said that he said that he's not emotionally meant to care about any of the women that he wants to marry.
I said that.
It's not a partnership.
I said that, and I have it recorded. I have him saying that he is too logical. He is too logical to be emotionally available to those women. Too logical.
I won't lie. Hearing
which is going down those women, which is misogynistic.
Of, like, logical that, if he wanted to pretend as if it's just the culture, right? I asked them, for example, like, the roots of which type of polygamy that they're talking about, because if you're taking it from the Islamic point of view, especially in like the cultures, like, like our tribes are embedded into culture, and Zomba, that culture is Yao, and Yao is mostly majority Muslim people. And within there, it's normal for that type of polygamy. Like, most people in the Yao tribe don't have parents who are not polygamous in the words that we know of polygamy, that more than one wife. And
okay, someone is asking, sorry to interrupt, Spiritual. Are we going to now cancel Bakanga?
Dolomite.
He canceled in my book. I won't suggest anybody. I don't tell anybody else how to live their life, but I don't fuck with people like that. Like to me, a racist person is a racist person. I wouldn't care if they were Christian or atheist. A homophobic person is a homophobic person. I don't care if they're Christian or atheist. Right? Like, a hateful person is a hateful person. Their religious affiliation has nothing to do with it. And as much as a non-racist person is a non-racist person, I wouldn't care if they were Christian or atheist. I got lots of really good Christian friends, right? But they're not harmful to people in their misogyny, homophobia, and blah, 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 blah. I don't have to like you just because you're an atheist.
And the thing is, I just asked the question: how do you deal with when you find someone who you look up to, but then they have bad ideas? How do you handle that? Do you completely just detach and have nothing to do with them, or can you separate the bad ideas from the good ideas? Right? Because people can. I'm still following him. This is not the first time I've heard him say these sort of things. It's just that this is the first time he really went in and said, "Look, I support the laws."
That's a whole different line. Like again, it's one thing for somebody that I use for a really good example, R. Kelly. R. Kelly, great musician, great songwriter. That's what he's good at. Right. And I like music. I love music. Music is really important to me, but not as important to me as you not touching kids. Like I'm an atheist and I like being an atheist. It's really fun to get on here and do some debates and shit, but not as important as it is to keep people alive. Right? Like if I'm weighing out my values, one of these is more important than the other. Right. Yeah. Like if he didn't like, I don't know, if he was like, oh, I'm not really a big American football fan. Okay, cool. We don't have to agree on that, right? Because who cares? We don't agree on that. But there is nothing. I can't excuse someone for supporting people dying. What? Yeah. Never be a time in my conversation that I said Christians should be. What? What? And if an atheist said that to me, I would disagree with him. I wouldn't follow that person either. Right? Like, what? Right. Like, I can disagree with Christianity till the cows come home and still want them to be alive.
Yes.
Right? But to like, and the thing about homosexuality, LGBTQIA stuff, that pisses me off. Every time I hear it, it's just like, oh my God, don't say that anymore. No one is making you be gay.
Correct.
Like no one's knocking door to door asking if you've heard the good news of RuPaul today. Like no one cares if you are gay. No one's pushing that down your throat.
No. And the gays are not
pushing the RuPaul's agenda any day, because if if you can't love yourself, how in the hell do you expect others to love you? RuPaul is just amazing.
I mean, I personally think so too. But even if you thought I don't like to see men or whatever I don't like to see men wearing women's clothes or whatever. If that just wasn't your thing, baby, change the channel, right?
Yeah.
Like, go read a book, play a video game. No one's making you watch this.
No.
Right? No one, like I don't like Christianity. You don't catch me going to church. I just don't go.
Yeah.
But I still respect the rights of anybody who says, I go. Great, go. I enjoy that for you. Right? I would by no means, if America decided to pass a law today that said that Christians would be put in jail, I would be the first human being in line to protest that. Well, why are they going to jail? Like, what did they do? Now, do I like their belief? No, I think that this is silly. But why are you putting them in jail? Why would you harm them? What did they do? Right? Okay. When we're weighing out values, and I hope I'm making sense when I say this. When I'm weighing out values, life and liberty come first. Your ideas are far after that. Right? Like the fact that we agree on the fact that Jesus is a myth. Okay, great. That's cool. And we could become better friends. That's a great way to start a friendship. Right? Because we have something in common. But once I realized that you have violence in your heart towards people for just being people, oh, buddy, you canceled in my book. You canceled in my book. Some people say that Hitler was an atheist. I wouldn't have rocked with Hitler either. Right? Like, I don't care if he's an atheist. Who cares?
Oh, there's one day that they always go to. Not Phil Potts. No.
Pol Pot.
There's another name.
Pol Pot.
Huh?
Pol Pot.
Not Pol Potts. There's another name. They always say, but he was. sugar.
If not Pol Pot, it wasn't Hitler. I know who you're talking about. They always bring him up.
You mean Stalin?
Stalin,
yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Pol Pot did terrible things to the people
Pol
of
Pot did some
Cambodia.
horrible stuff. Stalin did some horrible stuff. And the difference between...
Never. Correct. And it wasn't based on their atheism. It was based on their other ideology.
But even if it was based on their atheism,
Atheism, you know.
If they woke up in the morning and said, I really want to get rid of people because I don't believe in God. Okay. I don't agree with that. Just because I'm an atheist doesn't mean I have to support every atheist.
You're very correct.
Right? That's a dumb idea, and I don't have to support that. And I think Christians don't understand that because a lot of times Christians believe that they have to defend Christianity. I don't have to defend atheism. It's not I do not represent every atheist on the planet. I represent a certain group of atheists. Right? But I don't represent every atheist on the planet. Atheismo didn't die for my sins. I don't have to defend him. And I don't have to defend anybody who agrees with me on that, especially when they're doing something that's anti-humane. I am more than an atheist. I am a humanist.
Correct.
Right? I'm a humanist. And as a humanist, you have definitely violated the code when you're talking about supporting killing people. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's not even up for debate.
Yes.
So I was having a conversation, back and forth with someone who came in my DM. They're probably watching right now, but of course they would not come up, and they were saying that it isn't. They were saying it is a threat to those who are indoctrinated into it, as they do with religion. Because if we are honest, not everyone gets to decide for themselves about how they feel. That some people are groomed into becoming LGBTQ, right? So my response to them was, because they were going on about transitioning of kids. So I said that gender affirming care is very intensive, and it is way more nuanced than you think, and no doctors in their right minds will make a child transition willy-nilly. It is not something that happens. And they said that's very much like religious grooming. It is what I have a problem with. So they think that it is like religious grooming, right? It says any doctor who doesn't help when the parents ask for it, for the sake of fame, will be ostracized. And it has happened and continues to happen, just like how pastors who refused to wed the same-sex couples were dealt with until the states began to step out of their ways to have laws to protect the rights of the preachers too, right? So I then said grooming someone to be LGBTQ must take some very deliberate, intense manipulation and coercion over a long period of time. I don't think it is as easy as you think to groom someone to be LGBTQ. And he says, no, after a certain age, it is possible. He says, I will send you videos. I only have issues with the few crazies who are everywhere in every system, who tend to take things to the extreme. No, he says, the fact that you don't like it doesn't change anything, ma'am. I have seen videos of parents actively grooming their toddlers. You should know by now that I do not cherry pick. So when I see LGBTQ folks make it seem like they don't have crazies among them, I don't stand by that. I am pointing out to the lot who indoctrinate their children to be part of what they see as a trend. So yeah, they're asking, have you seen books in schools for toddlers titled Gay, B, C, D? Tell me that isn't grooming. And I said,
Right.
come on, don't be ridiculous, you know.
No.
So I don't mind my children learning about the LGBT community, but I think it shouldn't be the job of anyone else but myself, who understands their mental framework that transcends just their age and how it relates to their mental stand. Anyway, just
Some parents don't
they look
understand that.
very, very active in my DM. They
Well, the only people indoctrinating gay kids are straight people because straight people produce gay children. Now, they may not feel comfortable around you to explain who they are to you, but that doesn't change the fact that you have a gay child. The only people on this earth that create gay people are straight people. And if you want to get rid of gay people, don't create a law, get rid of attractive people. Get rid of straight parents, because that's who creates gay children. No one can turn someone gay. No one can turn somebody straight.
And that whole thing is just such a weird thing that they say. Like, Buski, for me, if they want to talk about indoctrination, my mom has been trying to turn me straight since 2019, 2018, when I was going to university.
Wow.
When she wanted, like, and this is the thing, I'd never even talked about other than my online presence. I've always been quite vocal since I started deconstructing, but they did not have me on social media. So that meant that she was stalking me, because she had told me that if I ever find out that you're gay, I will personally unalive you myself. And when she was here with me this January, she kept telling me that if I don't give her grandkids, and I recorded these conversations, this is what indoctrination is. And I felt guilt, immense guilt, and like I was like losing it. If you think I lost it here, I lost it when my mom, like, I told her, could you just tell me if you love me unconditionally? Right? To the point that it got so bad in April. I've already said this story, but I'll just say like how bad indoctrination can get for people. Like the person that we're reading the article for, that person is an asylum seeker. I'm an asylum seeker at the moment, right? Because I have to I can't post things, I can't talk about things or say things because they can take a plane ride to come here. That's what indoctrination is. The power to coerce is in the hands of the parents, right? Because not only do they have that emotional bond towards you and that power, if I can put it in that way, but they also have the ability to be able to tell you that as a parent, if you're underage, they have legal rights on you. So when they say that, no, it should be in the hands of the parents, that's where my fear is. Because if you're not what they want you to be, if you are not lucky, and thankfully there are parents, children who have amazing parents, of course, who are accepting, and it's a bit easier it's easier for them to be able to navigate already the fears of and guilt of being African and finding out that you are queer. Said like sorry, when they say that that they're people who are grooming our children or that are coercing our children, our parents are the ones who have the most ability to do so. Because they find out, or they find characteristics, or they find out that you're different, and they want to force you back in those ways. And let me tell you, it will even stop them. Like, ever since my mom found that out, I've not heard her say she loves me. Not my dad, not my mom, none of them. And this is the reality that you have. So for so many, worse than for myself, you have friends who are trans themselves, and they have to go to conversion therapy, because it's not that, like, not everyone is in the West. And it's already this bad with this hot topic right now in the West. Imagine for people in places like the Middle East or in Southeast Asia or African countries where it's actively illegal and criminalized. Conversion therapy is very prominent there. And like I was telling you before about my friend, this is the experience. So when I hear that stupid fucking phrase of saying that that they're being indoctrinated or they're scared in the school, primary socialization is the worst form of coercion that can happen.
Wow. But there's one about gays are LGBTQ is grooming children, but they are grooming children into heterosexuality rather than allowing children to be themselves. They are doing it, and I think they're projecting what they're doing onto others. And you find that some persons do that, project themselves onto others, because that's what they're doing.
So Phil,
Yeah.
Prometheus, hey Butski, I don't know about your situation, but if this applies to you, you can answer. Okay, so Phil, there is only one reason why you will be in support of the LGBTQ, and that's because you are a gay man yourself. You're not telling everyone. You're just pretending you must be gay. That's why you're doing this. Prometheus, you are a closeted gay. That's why you're in support. Huh? Mr. Bullie Lang. Oh, you're definitely hiding your gayness. That's the only reason why you would support this. Because if not, what other reason is there? Why would you support this kind of thing? Huh? Hey Buski, I don't know if you're a gay man or no, but if you're not, I know, then you are suppressing it. You are suppressing. You have to look deep within and find the gayness in you and bring it out. Because this is what they always say to me. Oh, you're a lesbian. That's why you're lesbian.
It's crazy when it comes down.
Why if you're not suppressing your gayness, right? If you are straight, Sebastian says he is as straight as what does it call? He is as
arrow.
As, yeah, no. So, yeah, I forgot what it is now. You know. So if you're why support the gays?
Because you're supporting human rights. Human rights. Everybody have a right to love who they choose to love, or whom they feel that love towards, rather. Because some people just come and say, "Oh, it's a choice." It's not a choice. Some people just have feelings towards the same sex, right? Whereas others don't, or some might feel attraction to both. It's the spectrum of humanity, the spectrum of all living, of mammals and other living things. It's a spectrum, and this is what you will expect as a result of evolution. Right? This is what you will expect. So people getting their knickers in the twist, they are projecting their bigotry onto others. They seem as if they have an inferiority complex. They don't know what was the problem. And then creating straw men, red herrings, arguments to support their bigoted positions. And it is sad that there are atheists that do that. People that leave religion that do that. It is very sad. And clearly we can see from the recording what we heard, that person is not using critical thinking. Some statements made were like, huh? That's a non sequitur. That does not follow. Your conclusion doesn't follow from what you presented in your premises, what you said. But yet, as I said, they're cherry picking, they're special pleading for their position. They're doing the very same thing that they would have done in Christianity. And it's very sad. And then to call LGBTQ plus criminal? Really? What evidence do you have for that? That is crazy.
Called it a crime.
Yeah, calling it a crime.
Yeah.
How is it a crime? That's your bigoted position. That's from bigotry. Does not know from rational thinking. And as I said before, I realized this person does cherry pick. They suspend critical thinking for certain things. And I cannot support anyone who has these ideas, especially when it comes to saying that it's okay for them to be made on a live, LGBTQ plus made on a live, and that's a crime. No, I agree with Sebastian. I do not, and I will not support that person. I will cancel them. That's me, because this is now gone beyond just a misinformation or so. When somebody can go down those lines to deny people their human rights and then using straw man arguments, it's dishonest and despicable. I have no respect for that. Respect.
Bolilang, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Tell us you're hiding your gayness, you're suppressing it. It's deep down there. Because otherwise, why would you be here on a platform that has the title, the LGBTQ is African culture? Why are you in support? Why would you be lending a voice if not that you're secretly gay?
No, I'm a humanist. I cannot look at people and see them being treated badly and just fold my arms and do nothing about it. There are many things that I don't like, but when I say I don't like, for instance, I don't like men. I don't say I hate men, but I'm not attracted to them sexually. But if I see two people who are men who love each other and they are happy together, and I see somebody interfering with them, it is my business. My business is making sure that they are not bothered. If they are bothered and people win, then the next thing they are going to bother women again and win there. The next time they are going to bother Africans and win. This spirit of not respecting other people's rights, if we leave it unchecked, it's a big problem. There's a saying that I remember from way back as a young child of a person who said that. Said if he's watching and they are attacking Jews, and then he says it's not a Jews, then the next time it will be other people.
Is it the poem?
No, it seems it was from a speech.
Let me read it. Let me read it to you. I always have it handy.
Oh, you know it, yes.
Oh my gosh, I know it.
That hit me a long time ago, that thing.
Yes. So it is a quote by Martin Niemöller. It says, first, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me.
Exactly. And if they start a rhetoric that atheism is not African also. So you see where this thing is going. Also, there can be rules in certain countries, more countries.
Hold on.
They say consuming substances featured in this life could harm your health. Who's consuming? No, there's nobody consuming anything.
Phil, it's you.
Me?
Yes.
I'm not consuming any tobacco.
They just sent a message that the live has been
Pause.
For 10 minutes. It's shadow banned for 10 minutes because of Phil G, the skeptic atheist behavior.
Come on. I'm chewing gum. So how that saying that you're chewing tobacco or doing tobacco is chewing gum?
Did you show a drink or what? I don't know. What could it be?
No, there's no drink.
What is this?
Or they think that the fan, the reflection of the fan, is smoke. Can you see on the window?
Is it?
No.
Oh, maybe that.
No, not on the ceiling, on the window, because it shows also
on the
behind
window.
Yes, but it.
Huh?
So maybe that looks like a cigarette.
Or smoke.
Tobacco. Yes, this because the message said it's tobacco.
Oh, yeah, I saw tobacco, but it's like, what tobacco are you talking about?
The ceiling.
Wow,
tobacco.
that shows you how silly the thing is.
Yeah.
The algorithm is. Wow.
Oh my! Hey, Boosie, look at you, looking so fine.
Playing with your eyes.
So fine. Why do you all hide your faces? Huh?
I don't know why.
Man, you all just hide your faces behind this. Why is that?
So I think it would be best to to close your cam.
Yeah, so they asked me if I want to remove Phil.
Yeah.
So Phil,
Come back up.
Phil, you have been warned, or else.
Oh, but I've seen Sebastian doing it on his live, but nobody bothers him.
He got thing once.
Yeah, sometimes he does get.
Yeah, then he vaped, but it goes away after that once he removed the thing.
Yeah, I've never seen any warning when I'm watching him, and he does it openly. But I don't think.
But it says for 10 minutes, so you guess.
Can make it be suspended.
Let me close the video a bit.
It's funny because Phil doesn't smoke.
Right.
So it was your background, right? You know, there was something you were standing. I don't know if it was above you.
My window is behind me, but the fan reflection.
No. There's this thing. It was like brown or yellow. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked.
No, that's that's my bed head.
It looked like
my bed head.
Oh, is that your bed?
That's my bed head. My bamboo bed head.
The headboard.
Yeah. So I don't know how it seeing the headboard as. But Boylan was saying the reflection in the glass, the window.
They use image recognition, but it makes mistakes.
Yeah, you want to smoke now? Yeah.
No. Not algorithm is flawed.
Oh, Gerwalk says, you know that poem that I read? He was a German who was ashamed that he failed to act out against the Nazis at first, but he did so later.
Well, also it was in regret.
Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Buski, did you want to say something?
Hey, Boosie.
Hey, Buski, did you want to say something?
Yes.
I thought you were showing something.
I'd like to talk about the term homosexual never exists in Africa. That bothers me because fire existed before the name fire. It just doesn't make sense. The term homosexual came out 150 years ago. So slavery took place, 400, 500 years ago? So of course, that term would not be in Africa. That doesn't mean you've never seen a feminine man before or a masculine woman before. It just means the name was not coined at the time. That's all that means.
You know, hey Buski, I don't know if you were here at the start. There was someone who came up and he said, it is not African culture. He came up and said that, right? And he asked me that, what language do we have in Nigeria? That what language do we identify as the LGBTQ in Nigeria, right? Because he says, as far as he knows, there was none. Well, it turns out, by the time we were here, what's her name? Spiritual went and she brought out that information fast. She brought out the information. This and you know, funny enough, I've heard these terms before, but I completely, you know, while I was sitting here, I didn't remember them. One of them was Adofuro. Adofuro. I'm laughing because of what it means. Adofuro was one, and the other one was Yandaudu, right? These are old terms, and it means what it means, right? Men who, you know, take you from the back, or men that, you know, so they have always been there. And not long after, the man exited the life. He didn't know what to say. He just left, you know, because he's been shown to be wrong. Well, I would rather you say, okay, I put my hands up, you know, I was wrong, you know. At least I just admit that. Huh?
That needs maturity. Not everybody is.
So, let me ask this question. Shoving things down people's throats, right? The LGBTQ is being shoved down people's throats. Mr. Bolilang, why? Why are you shoving things down people's throats? Hey, Buski, why? Why are you shoving things down people's throats? Spiritual. I know you. You like shoving things down people's throats.
It is my second favorite activity to do.
So how is it? Okay, someone really needs to tell me how or what makes people think that it is being shoved down people's throats. What is it exactly? I'm not sure I understand.
Gaslighting.
Eh?
It's gaslighting because it is them that are shoving things down throats of other people by making them live the lifestyle that they don't naturally feel. You know, if I do something to you, then I'm eloquent in the way that I speak, and I make it as if it's you. There are partners like that. They do something wrong, and you come and you complain, and they just change everything, and it looks it's you who's in the wrong. That's what they're trying to do.
Exactly.
Because you are not forcing anybody to be LGBT. You are protecting somebody who is and is being violated.
In fact, if there's anything what is shoved down our throats is this idea of man, woman, you can only have sex for the purpose of procreation. Sex is not for pleasure. Sex is not...
How come?
You should only be having sex when you're trying to... it's Adam and Eve. God created Adam and Eve. Well, there was no Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve has been debunked. Them two never existed. For all you know, God may have created Adam and Steve. For all you know.
Why would you choose such funny names? Adam and Steve, or Adam and Eve now.
No, Holy Lamb.
It's impossible.
It is possible, because God he's an intelligent designer. That's what intelligent designers do.
No, but the names are suspect.
The names are suspect. Oh my goodness.
Adam and Steve sounds like patriarchal guys. No, it can't be.
Okay, so let me put a quick message out. So are you saying all 44 of you agree? All 44 of you agree that the LGBTQ is African culture. So nobody disagrees. Everyone says, yes, we are doing this. We are for and not against.
I refuse that it is African culture. It is not something that you can call culture or no culture. It's what people do all over the world. Because when we say it's African culture, it seems like we say it's something that belongs to us. We own it. It's owned by individuals within us and within some people in Australia or everywhere. It's like saying being left-handed, it's African culture. No, we do have people that are left-handed, even though a lot of parents try to prevent them with writing with the left hand. But there are people, many, who are left-handed in Africa.
Sorry, Olilang, just give me 1 second. Dahlia, what do you mean that's where life began? What do you mean? Do you want to talk about it? What do you mean that's where life began, the fuck? What does that mean, if you don't mind? Where did life begin? Because me, I don't know. So what do you mean that's where life in Africa? Okay, Dahlia, okay. I thought you were saying I thought you were saying that life began with Adam and Eve. Sorry. That's what I thought you were saying. I'm sorry. Okay, life began in Africa. Okay. Ooh.
Why is my device not showing the responses?
Huh?
I thought people have stopped writing comments in the chat.
They're writing. Oh, there's someone on YouTube. Someone on YouTube. Christ brings a sword. They say Eve is the one who was fooled, not Adam. Adam knew what he was doing. Eve is just a woman. Eve doesn't know right from wrong and can be tricked by the devil, which she was. Adam should have cut her down. Instead, he joined her. Adam should have cut her down, guys. Should have cut down, what's his name? Sorry. Adam should have cut down, Eve was framed. Well,
I guess Adam was sentenced for Eve then.
But how does the writer know? How does the writer know?
Are they serious or are they joking?
Huh?
I'm on YouTube. I can see the comment here. Christ bring a sword.
Guys,
is he
bring the
joking
sword.
or is he serious?
Dahlia is men wrote. But how? No, what I'm saying is how. So okay, let's give the benefit of the doubt, right? That this story is true, right? Let's take them at their word. So how do they know the events at the beginning? How were they there? Were they watching? Were they? How did they know that?
No, Moses was sitting with God and he was telling him old-time stories. Moses, let me tell you my day way back at the beginning.
Moses, come and sit down. Let me tell you how I. Moses, come over here. Do you want to know how I created the first man and the first woman? Oh, Moses says no. I don't know that. Okay, let me tell you. So on day one, in the beginning, I created the heavens and the earth, and there was the firmament, and there was the dark, and I separated this one and separated that one, and then I called it the first day. Huh? Is that how?
No, it's stories. As we have seen that it can't be Moses. Nobody can write about their death.
AR, hello, I see you over here. Let me follow you back. There you go. Please, you guys should follow AR in the chat. It's one of my very strong supporters. AR is so.
Oh, he moved from YouTube to.
Yes, he did.
I saw him in YouTube.
Yes, he did. So everyone agrees, yeah? All of you agree? Thank you. So nobody's here supporting Uganda, right?
No.
I don't know.
No, I don't.
Why that law has been. I don't know.
Hi, Afro.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, darling Sandra. How are you?
I'm good. I came up because I wanted to say something similar to what Bowling said about the left-handedness and the so-called agenda of homosexuality being, quote, pushed down people's throats, which again is a weird way that they like to phrase it. But if it were true, if you could simply be gay by knowing that gay people exist, by seeing gay people on the media, if that were the case, then no one would be gay, because heterosexuality has been shown almost exclusively for decades, and yet gay people still exist. So how do they explain that? Every little girl grew up watching Disney princesses where she marries the prince and they live happily ever after, and that's how it's, quote, supposed to be. So what happens when the boys don't want a princess and the girls don't want a prince, but that's all they watch growing up? Where did that come from? Right? And then when they talk about it, the whole left-handed thing made me think about, I don't know how many of us are left-handed or right-handed in this panel, but the world was essentially made for right-handed people, like the doors, notebooks. You go in a store, if there's a computer set up, the mouse is always on the right. It's not until you are a left-handed person, or if you're a right-handed person and you start to see more and more left-handed products, are you then going to say, oh, why is this left-handed there's a left-hand agenda simply because now the world is starting to be more accessible for left-handed people. Does that make sense? I feel like just them having to know that gay people exist is somehow an issue, not dissimilar to the issue of race, where for the longest time it was exclusively white people on TV, and then all of a sudden we want to make the Little Mermaid black, and people are up in arms, as if black girls don't exist, or as if little black girls don't want to see themselves in fantasy movies. It's just people who are used to being the quote unquote norm now having to share space and not seeing themselves represented in literally everything that now they feel like they're being imposed on. Right? Like there's a quote or a saying where, to the privileged, to those in power, equality feels like oppression because you feel like you have something to lose. You feel like by people coming up, you are somehow going to lose something. It's a zero sum frame of mind where people think there's this hypothetical pie where if gay people get a larger slice, that means that they somehow get a smaller slice. And that's just simply not true. That's just not how the world works. But people can't seem to get rid of this dichotomy in their mind that if you gain more, I get less. And I feel like that's the overall thought process that keeps people, in addition to religion, like having these ideals.
I saw videos. I saw videos of young children, right? The parents put them in front of the television and they show them Ariel, and they're like, oh, she's black. She looks like me. There's just something magical about the child looking at their favorite cartoon character, and for once, that character looks like them, right? That character just looks exactly like them. There's something beautiful about it. Right? Just, it was, it was, someone put out that video. Like someone sent it to me. I don't know. I saw it. Just watching these little kids just looking at the black mermaid. So nice. And I don't know why I brought up that particular subject. Was it something you said, Sandra?
Yeah, no, I brought up the idea of, again, when people see themselves as the norm and then diversity is, quote, pushed in their face, they feel an affront. Like when the Little Mermaid movie came out and so many YT people were upset about it, over a fictional character at that, because they made her black. And it's like they felt oppressed when really we're just acknowledging, they're just saying, I saw one video where a mom was like, well, what is my little girl supposed to look up to, my little redheaded girl? And it's like, she can look at the original or literally every other freaking princess out there, but because one other Disney character has been made black, all of a sudden it's an affront to all the white princesses who have existed before, all the white little girls. All of a sudden it's like they can't fathom their little redheaded child looking up to a black mermaid, when us as little black girls have been looking up to white princesses our whole life.
That's right.
Right. So this whole thing with the LGBTQ, it's just a scapegoat. I feel like it's the powers that be, and I don't want to sound all conspiracy theory, but anytime we're like fighting amongst ourselves, whether it's an issue of race or it's an issue of sexuality, it's like, who is stirring the pot? We need to look at who is stirring the pot to try and keep us divided, because at the end of the day, what one person does in their bedroom doesn't impact me one way or the other, and it shouldn't matter as long as they are consenting adults. I say just let people live, let people do what they want to do. but the powers that be are the real ones, quote, pushing an agenda because, and this is a very American specific point of view, but a lot of the Republicans here can only hold on to power by stirring up culture wars, by pitting us against each other because their base is so narrow. Like the country does not run the way they think it is, but they have to grasp onto that power so much that that's what they use to maintain their power. And because of the way that homosexuality has been demonized in this country, it's again very similar to race, where all the poor people, regardless of their race or regardless of their orientation, if you're a straight poor person, or a straight person who life isn't going that well, you can look over and be like, oh, well, at least I'm not gay, or at least I'm not black. It's like, rather than fight for equality for everyone, kind of like how I was saying in the book to some of us, rather than we fight for equality for everyone, they want to pit us against each other based on these arbitrary differences. They see the capital of being straight and being white almost more important than actual equality, and so they'll fight to the teeth to maintain that because they know that they're not going to get any real equality otherwise.
Oh, hey, Paul Scatler, hello, good to see you. Mighty Ellis, hello, good to see you too. So it looks like everyone agrees, and if that's the case, then I guess we're doing something right, and we are not shoving anything down anyone's throat. If you all are busy shoving stuff down, might make someone's child gag, right? You might make them gag. So please be careful the size of the thing what you're shoving down these people's throats, right? Because if it's you could cause some real damage if the whatever it is you're shoving down their throats, if it is big, long, and massive and girthy as well, big, long, and girthy. If you shove that down someone's throat, I don't know whether you've got to get them to kneel in front of you to shove the thing down their throat. But hey, I guess because how else can you shove something down someone's throat, right? They've got to be kneeling down in front of you, and you go and find whatever the thing is you're trying to shove down your throat. It's got to be big, massive, girthy, long, and very sturdy. Right? Get them to kneel in front of you and just shove it until they have a gag reflex.
Afro, you're another one I have to be careful listening to when my children are in the room. Luckily, he is way too young to get the metaphor. Oh my! But I just wanted to share this real quick, and then I will jump down just on a lighter note.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Second time in one day, Sandra. Thank you.
I know I'm getting braver now. I used to be too shy, but I want to say this before I hop down, because I see Phil is here. I was bigging you up, Phil, in Sebastian's live. I don't know if you were there or not.
Oh, where you? I didn't catch it. Oh, no.
I tried sending it to him when you were speaking, hoping he might see it and come on. But
yes, Phil. Phil, I was bigging you up because I was. Hi. I didn't hop on last night because that guy, when you started your own after Afros, and that dude was talking about a light in Japan, and the guy understands it, and a guy sees a light in Australia. I left. But
you mean DK? You're talking about DK?
Yes, he was like, a guy in India sees a light and he understands it, and a guy in Africa sees it. I was
talking about your deaf experiences. I was like, huh?
Yeah,
what else to do with anything?
I don't know. I was like, I'm a peace out, but I was sharing. I have a lot of nicknames for you, Phil. I'm a lot of
Yeah.
nicknames.
Tell us. Do
I
tell.
do. I
Do
do.
tell. Do tell.
You be bringing the fire in the
Do
live.
tell.
I've
Do
been
tell.
calling you. I've been calling you Fiery Phil.
Okay.
I've been
Fiery
calling
Phil.
you. I've been calling you Phil Nye, the science guy.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yes. And then after that godless dating stream, you now also
Oh, did
flat
you
back and
see
Phil.
Phil? Did you see
whoa,
Phil?
Yeah, yeah,
whoa.
flat back and Phil.
Oh goodness. Okay, guys.
Oh my
Saying
goodness.
that,
God.
so last Sunday, and this also for
Oh yeah.
YouTube as well. Last Sunday, hey DGL Dave, hello, good to see you. So AR, stop it. Stop it. AR says, fill her up.
Oh no.
Well, what? I
I
didn't
will
hear
be
that one there.
using that
To
from now
fill
on.
her
AR.
up.
Oh
What?
my God. That is
Ah,
just wild. That is wild, AR.
To fill her up. Oh goodness.
Mm-mm.
ah,
Oh gosh.
oh my
Phil.
gosh.
People, I'm underage.
Yeah.
Remember whatever you say.
My blood sugar was.
I'm still up here.
Bully line. If you are underage, then I'm a suckling baby. I'm a suckling baby. Hey, my Ellis. Okay, so now announcement. This is an announcement. So well, last Sunday and 2 Sundays ago or 3 Sundays ago. Anyway, I did
So
church.
why did he run out?
Church
Why
on
did he run away? Why
church.
did he run away? Phil, why you run away? You better get back your ass here. Get back your ass here, Phil. Don't you run.
Where's Phil?
My Alice, this is what. Oh, I think he's the ghost thing. He's on the
He was
panel,
stuck
but
in the
it's not
matrix
so.
again.
Stuck in the
Yep. Invisible.
But Alice,
Where
this
is
is
he?
your fault because it was the moment you got on. So what have you done?
I've
What
done
did you
nothing to
do,
him.
Alice?
Phil, where are you? Come and film me.
Oh my!
We are hearing you.
Can you all hear Phil? Can you all
This
hear
is
Phil?
Caribbean spirituality.
You say what spirituality? What
Caribbean.
spirituality? Caribbean. The Barbadian. This is the Barbadian
The Bayesian.
spirituality.
The Bayesian.
Can you guys
Yeah.
hear Phil?
Spirituality.
Can you guys
Phil,
hear Phil? No,
where
Phil,
are you, Phil?
You need to
We
drop
can
down.
hear
Wait,
you
can you guys
100%.
hear Phil right now?
Yeah, it's happened before.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, the chat, Phil is in the Matrix at the moment. We're not sure if you can hear him, but
No, they
he's
can't
with
hear
us.
him. They can't.
But why as soon as I come up, he's gone? Wait,
It's
this
you,
has that.
Mighty Eddie.
Why?
There's something.
Why?
Something
But you
about
Why?
notice that I went out and came back because I was not seeing the messages on the chat.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's
So
something
I have
wrong.
some kind of a fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord.
Alice.
Come and quench this
Alice.
thirsting of my soul.
I'm dead.
Bread of heaven,
Don't do this.
fill
Don't do this.
me,
Don't do
fill
this.
me.
Fill
Fill my
cup,
cup, fill it up.
and make
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I'm back.
fill my
I'm back in body now.
Fill my cup, fill
I,
my
I,
cup,
I,
Phil.
I had the near death experience, you know, I went off into thing.
Phil,
I actually
Phil.
astro travel just now.
Afro is singing. Phil, Afro is
Fill
singing.
me till I want no more.
Fill my cup,
Fill
Phil.
my cup, fill it up and make me whole.
Oh my God, Afro is singing.
Okay, so we've got a bit of an announcement. So tomorrow we're going to have atheist church. So guys, make sure you go to bed early tonight, and make sure you're in church tomorrow.
And what if you're on Golly Bibles?
We have a guest. We have a guest pastor. A guest pastor, a guest minister is visiting from a very long distance, all the way from Barbados. We are going to have Reverend Phil Grant is going to be with us in church tomorrow. So Pastor Afro is going to take a back seat because we have Reverend Grant going to be in the house for Atheist Church. So
what about the choir? What will the choir be singing? Afro, you are the choir mistress. What will the choir be singing? Fill my cup?
No, not fill my cup. No, fill my hole. No, not fill my cup.
I think Phil named
fill my Mighty Ellis, fill my holes.
Stop it. I'm a child of God. Stop it.
Oh my God.
No, Alice, you're a very good child of God. Especially that story you told us about all the holy things that you've done in the house of the Lord.
On the altar?
Yes, altar boy.
Not Mighty Ellis. Not Mighty Ellis telling us that he has actually got down and dirty on.
No, it was an altar call. It was an altar call.
Cray made me laugh. Alice is not a child of God. He's a river.
Guys, I know. Some. I had my fair share of, backsliding. Right when I was a Christian, I had my fair share of backsliding. My fair share of, God, no, I can't do this. I'm off to go and do my own thing, and then regretting it and coming back with my tail in between my legs. God, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Have mercy on me, Lord. But there's no way in hell I would think of doing anything on the church altar. My goodness.
Murder.
There's a first in everything. Somebody has to do it first.
But you know something? I'll do it now. I'll do it now, though. Yes. In fact, I think that should be one of my bucket lists.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like that bucket list. Is it your deconstructed bucket list?
Yeah, I think that should be on the list. Yeah. I just need to find someone who will be a willing participant.
Would you believe that the priest, I guess he was so guilty that he went and covered those statues? I was like, Jesus Christ.
You mean before or after?
No, it was doing, and then he realized that the statues are, and he stopped, and I was like, what on earth what is he doing? Then he went and got 2 towels, and he masked the face of Joseph and Mary. It was standing.
Oh my God. You're just trying to show. Oh no!
I'm not giving a joke. I am not giving a joke. I am dead serious as an heart attack. I am serious as an heart attack. You know, heart attack is serious. That's how serious I am. The man paused. The priest paused. And I was like, what are you, where you going? I mean, it was fun. What's that? The man went and got 2 towels and went and covered the heads of the statues. I was like, okay then. Okay then.
He didn't want Mary and Joseph to spy on what he was doing.
But he forgot to do one thing, yes. He forgot to cover God's eyes.
And then
God love fire.
And then after all this screaming and excitement, the man come to realization that he took the sign of the, you know, that thing that they do, the sign of the cross on their body. Like, oh Jesus, what have I done? I said, I couldn't care less. I couldn't give a oath. I don't care.
Oh my, oh gosh. Well, he wasn't coerced into it. I mean, he you know, he did it very. He was participating. Right? He was a willing participant in. So
initiator, if I recall correctly.
Oh, who initiated Mighty Ellis?
What?
Ellis, he wanted a quick trip to
who initiated
the heavenly realm.
Don't tell me it was him who initiated it.
It was.
And then now he felt guilty afterwards.
No, I mean, it started. He was the one that started it. I mean, I couldn't care less. I just carried on.
But how is he initiated? And
Did you use the rosary beads?
Feeling guilty, covering the faces of Joseph and Mary. I just can't.
I was like, this man really think these statues are really watching. I can't believe he did that. Did he spray that holy water on you?
No, I remember as a child, not as a child, as a youngster, went to this girl's house, and before we started, she took towels and covered the portraits of their parents.
Oh, goodness!
Listen, if he threw holy water,
like that.
Did you ask if he sprinkled me with holy water? Oh, it was more than holy water. Trust me. Remember, it was an altar call.
Yes.
A private altar call.
So he sprinkled you with holy water.
I will not go further. That's enough.
Okay, all right. Coco.
Not the blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus.
No need to go further. No need. It's graphic. It's graphic enough.
No, that's enough. That's enough.
Graphic enough. We get the message.
By the way, I noticed Philip.
But saying my blood sugar ran low just now.
No, Phil, don't bother. Why were you so quiet?
And you imagine when it ran low, that's when it went into the spirit.
Oh, really?
Spirit form.
Oh, what did they say? Run from Aaron's beard to his
No, his blood sugars.
My diabetic, so
blood sugar went low.
What did they say?
Yeah, so I had to drink something sweet. I eat the orange.
Phil.
Did they say something run from Aaron's beard to his skirt? Something like that? I forgot that part of the scripture.
I began to tremble, so I know that my blood sugar.
Apple, could you remind me of that scripture?
Which one?
About something running from Aaron's beard to his skirt. Something about something running down.
Running from Aaron's beard down. What was? Oh my gosh.
What was it running down? What was it again?
I can't remember. Yeah, I know you say. Yes, I remember. Oh gosh, was that in the New Testament or the Old Testament?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember that, Afro? Come on.
I know.
Okay, spiritual. I don't know what does it. How does it?
I can't remember exactly what it was.
Can somebody Google it and help Afro? Remind Afro. Can somebody Google it? Aaron. How could you forget that one, Afro?
No, but I don't even know what you're talking about. No, what are you talking about?
The Bible says something about something running down Aaron's Moses' brother's beard. Yeah.
Don't know anything about.
I can't remember what it is.
It's not come doing a Afro. It's not come running down. It's something else.
Okay. So if it's not wait, if it's not running down, then what is it doing? Ellis, don't you just laugh. I'm lost. I don't know what's happening.
He's kidding me. Oh my God. I've never laughed like this in a long time. Afro, your face expression is killing me.
Mighty Ellis, leave me alone. Honestly, leave me alone, because right now I'm just here. I'm completely lost.
No, Phil is going to look Phil is going to look for it.
Okay. Right. Psalm 133 verse 2. Okay. Psalm 133 verse 2. Let's see. What does it say?
Thank you, Justice. Maybe read all the way 1 and 2. You get the better understanding.
Okay. 133 verse 2.
Yes. 13.
Read 1 and 2.
133. 133 verse 1 to 3.
Okay. Says, how wonderful it is, how pleasant for God's people to live together in harmony. It is like the precious anointing oil running down from Aaron's head and beard. It is like the precious anointing oil running down from Aaron's head.
No, Afro. The reason why that was brought up is because of me and the priest.
Hang on. Let me finish it. It says it is like the precious anointing oil running down from Aaron's head and beard, down to the collar of his robes. It is like the dew on Mount Hermon, falling on the hills of Zion, and that is where the Lord has promised His blessing, life that never.
But as the English Standard Version says, "Behold how good and pleasant is when brothers dwell in unity." It is like the precious oil on the head running down on the beard of Aaron.
Afro.
Running down on the color of his robes. That got spirit implications.
Afro. Rocky, what's his name? Is his
Clat.
He was saying to me that the priest blessed me but sprinkled me. So then I remember that Aaron's beard thingy. Alright, so that's where it's coming from. Somebody was asking if the priest had sprinkled me with oil. About this thing about Aaron's oil running down from his face. So, some memories come up. That was all.
Oh, goodness.
Phil, what version was that you were talking about?
The ESV. Oh, you mean
ESV?
The ESV I read from the English Standard Version. Yeah.
Oh. You have another version for it, Phil?
Huh? The English Standard Version that I just read from on the computer. That's what. Yeah, but it really says, I think that's the same. The News Bible, I think, is based on the English Standard Version too. Behold how good and pleasant is when brothers. It didn't even say sisters, it said brothers.
Behold how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell in unity.
Oh man.
So when brothers dwell in unity.
Oh yeah.
When the brothers decide to dwell in unity, It is like the precious oil on the head.
And what is that
running
oil?
down on the beard.
And yes, remember, if it was
hold
David that wrote it,
hold on, Phil.
remember?
Hold on.
Yes, please.
Hold on.
What are the scriptures given to you people?
This particular verse is very particular. It talks about it twice, 2 times. It says it is like the precious oil on the head. Comma. Right? Running down on the beard. Comma.
Yes.
On the beard.
Speak to me, Lord. Speak to me.
Aaron, comment.
So what is that oil, Afro? What is that precious oil?
Let me give a little background. F is David that wrote that. Remember David and Jonathan? Brothers, dwell in unity. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There were no sisters in it. It's just brothers only. Oh man. Afro. Only brotherly love. And then some memories come about the oil running down. Oil, O-I-L. It didn't even say olive oil, it just said oil. My goodness. We need to look into this one properly.
We need to look into it properly.
Is there something going on with these brothers? I mean, and it was so much that it went down to his skirting. It's a lot of oil.
Oh my! Wait, okay. Can I ask? What is Aaron doing with all that plenty oil? No, come on, guys. Okay, so this is a priest, right? Aaron was a priest and would do his priestly duties. Is it that Aaron would pour the oil? Is it that he would pour it over his head? Because only if you're pouring it over your head would you have so much of it on your beard, on your collar, and so what was Aaron doing with all that plenty oil? I'm curious.
He was doing the anointing.
What is he anointing?
I don't know. We see pastors busy saying the anointing. Why? Don't they call it anointing? Why?
Rub that oil all over my body.
Listen to this, guys. You guys need to listen to this. Oh wow, this is Jonathan and David, right? This is Phil. Let me mute your mic. You sound like you're in take off mode.
The fans, so it's hot. I have the fans on.
Okay, so this is Jonathan and David says, then David fled from Naioth in Ramah and went to Jonathan. What have I done? He asked. What crime have I committed? What wrong have I done to your father to make him want to kill me? And Jonathan answered, God forbid that you should die. My father tells me everything he does, important or not, and he will not hide this from me. And David answered, your father knows very well how much you like me. No, okay, listen. Okay, it says, your father knows how well. No, your father knows very well how much you like me. And he has decided not to let you know what he plans to do because you would be deeply hurt. I swear to you by the living Lord that I am only a step away from death. And Jonathan said, I will do anything you want. Tomorrow is the new moon festival, David replied, and I am supposed to eat with the king. But if it is all right with you, I will go and hide in the fields until the evening of the day after tomorrow. And if your father notices that I am at the table, tell him that I begged your permission to hurry home to Bethlehem, since it is a time for the annual sacrifice. Okay, let me skip a bit. Verse 9, don't even think such a thing. Jonathan answered, if I knew for certain that my father was determined to harm you, wouldn't I tell you? And David then asked, who will let me know if your father answers you angrily? Now guys, this is where it gets juicy. Verse 11. It gets juicy now. It says, let's go out to the fields. Jonathan answered. So they went. So Jonathan and David, they go out to the fields.
Hello?
Hey. And Jonathan said to David, may the Lord God of Israel be our witness. At this time tomorrow and on the following day, I will question my father. If his attitude towards you is good, I will send you word. If he intends to harm you, then the Lord strike me dead if I don't tell you about it and get you safely away. May the Lord be with you as he was with my father. And if I remain alive, please keep your sacred promise and be loyal to me. But if I die, show the same kind of loyalty to my family. Okay, so let me continue. Verse 17. Once again, Jonathan made David promise to love him. Guys, once again, for Jonathan loved David as much as he loved himself. Then Jonathan said to him, since tomorrow is the new moon festival, your absence will be noticed if you aren't at the meal. The day after tomorrow, your absence will be noticed even more. So go to the place where you hid the other time and hide behind the pile of stones there. I will then shoot 3 arrows at it as though it was a target. Then I will tell my servants to go and find you. So verse 24, so David hid in the fields. There's a particular one I'm looking for. Hold on, let's see. Nothing. Yeah, I found it, right? So they go ahead and do everything they need to do. And then this is it now. It says, and the following morning, Jonathan went to the fields to meet David, as they had agreed. He took a young boy with him and said to him, run and find the arrows I am going to shoot. The boy ran, and Jonathan shot an arrow beyond him. And when the boy reached the place where the arrow had fallen, Jonathan shouted to him, the arrow is further on. Don't just stand there, hurry up. The boy picked up the arrow and returned to his master, not knowing what it all meant. Only Jonathan and David knew. Jonathan gave his weapons to the boy and told him to take it back to the town. And after the boy had left, David got up from behind the pile of stones, fell on his knees, and bowed with his face to the ground 3 times. Both he and Jonathan were crying as they kissed each other. David's grief was even greater than Jonathan's. Then Jonathan said to David, God be with you. The Lord will make sure that you and I are descendants. And your descendants, you and I, and your descendants and mine will forever keep the sacred promise. Yeah, not the 2 of them. Oh, let's see. So they got up, they kissed, and they're crying. Both he and Jonathan were crying as they kissed each other. Anyway, guys, I mean, why would the Bible take its time to describe this story like this? Between 2 men.
Do you know what that story needs, Afro? It needs That chapter needs its own cover. You know those romance novels, the like illustrated one. I don't know if this is just an American thing, where it's like the very super buff guy, and it's usually like some kind of
Oh,
woman in a flowy dress, but instead
yeah.
it's two guys kind of embracing each other. That's what I picture when you read that, like one of those really thick paperback romance novels, and they're kind of like just falling all over each other. They're just enraptured in love. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get what
That's
you're
what
saying, man.
that's what that sounds like.
Like a Fabio romance cover.
Yes.
Mills and Boone. Do we still have Mills and Boones?
Mills and oh my, those were the days. Those were the days.
Nicolette Goddess says, how is that not a love story? Yeah.
Yeah, it is a
Right,
love
it
story.
is. Mm-hmm. But make it look as if we're just friends.
I found what I was looking for. So another translation. These people are so clever. They want to hide these things from us. Another translation, and this is in fact King James version, the Almighty. For some people, they only read the King James. That's the only one they read. So this is the King James. It says, as soon as the lad was gone, David arose out of the place towards the south and fell on his face to the ground and bowed himself 3 times. And they kissed one another and wept with one another until David exceeded. Until David exceeded. Some other translation says until David grew. He grew large. I don't know. So they kissed one another and wept, and David exceeded, and David grew large.
Wow, like.
Because think about it. These are 2 guys in the field. He goes with his man servant. What do you call it? Yes, man servant. They play all this little game with the man servant. Throwing arrows, going fetch. They play fetch with the man servant. And then when they're done, okay, you pack the bags. Let me speak with my friend. And then they start doing all this kissing in the fields. It's mind-boggling.
I have a quick question. Did this all take place in Africa?
I don't know where this took place.
That would be gay culture.
Oh my.
Yeah. Now I'm going to sleep. I don't want my mommy to find me awake. So
your mommy?
Enjoy, people. Yeah. I'll be spent. Let me go and sleep.
Oh, read Luke chapter 14:26. Okay. Luke 14:26. I was listening to someone on Sebastian's live, and all he could talk about was the church fathers. The church fathers. And I'm thinking to myself, where were the church mothers? You wanted to know, what did the church fathers say about that? What did the church fathers, what about the church mothers? Where did those ones go? Why are the voices not important? Why do we only have to hear from the church fathers? Oh, sorry, you said to read Luke chapter 14:26. Okay, so Luke 14:26 says, oh sugar, I just shut it. 14:26 says, so those who come to me cannot be my disciples unless they love me more than they love the father and mother, the wife and children, the brothers and sisters, and themselves as well. Those who come to me cannot be my disciples unless they love me more than they love their father, the mother, the wife, their children, their brothers and sisters, and well, I guess that's what Jesus wants folks to do. Jesus wants folks to give up everything and follow him. Anyway, well guys, listen, I'm gonna have to go because we have church tomorrow. Reverend Grant, I hear that Reverend Grant is on the aircraft. Huh? He's on the way. He's flying in from the Caribbean. Huh? To come and give us the sermon for the day.
Oh yeah.
I've heard that.
I'm still here. I'm not going. I'm still here. Okay.
Alice. So every time.
Waiting at church tomorrow, bro.
So Ellis, make sure you're in church. Otherwise, if you're not in church tomorrow, Ellis, we're going to excommunicate you.
Oh.
You're going to be excommunicated from church. Oh yes. No. I'm sorry. Please, you will not refer to him as Phil tomorrow. You will not do that.
Reverend Grant.
He's Reverend Grant, and yes, he's coming all dressed up. He's he's just get yourselves ready. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Reverend Grant.
I am coming like Jesus, who is in a perpetual state of calm.
Are you going to come?
Yes.
Or are you not going to come the way Jesus?
No. I will not be in a perpetual state of come. I will be coming.
He's going to fill us up with the word.
Yeah.
Okay. So it will be sometime. Okay, I'm gonna take my son out. I think it's tomorrow morning. So Phil.
Yeah.
My own 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Right, your 2 o'clock, which is my.
What time
Let's see, 5 from 14. 5 from 14 is 9. That's 9 o'clock. Yeah.
So about
That's
your
good.
own 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just subtract 5
Please
hours.
just look at what AR has just said in the chart.
What has AR said now? Let's see.
Yeah.
I want me a cream.
For those of you on YouTube, you know what AR, you are going to have to go and type it on YouTube as well, because you can't let YouTube people miss out on this. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling. How are people so clever when they come up with these things? I'm not that quick like that with all these funny things.
You gotta have a filthy mind.
Listen, I one time was not
Yes,
as
Sandra.
pretty as that.
A
Now I'm
filthy
even more of
mind.
it.
I love that.
What's that?
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please come with your filthy minds to church tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Please come with your filthy minds. You're going to need it. Reverend Graham, what can you guarantee us tomorrow?
Come and find out and be surprised.
Okay, when you say come, is the come spelled C-O-M-E or C?
Yeah, I pun in upon that word. Yes, I am using a pun. P-U-N pun. Yeah.
So which one?
What meaning?
When you say come, did you say C-O-M or C-O-M-E or
It is a pun. It means both. Both.
So when you say we should come.
Yeah. Bring yourself and also come.
Wait. You don't want us to come before we come to church, do you?
No. Not before you come to church.
Just come.
Yes.
But what if some people want to come before they come to church?
Well, that means they'll be doing it twice, so that's okay.
It's okay, huh?
Would they then become born again?
Whatever fits their fancy.
Sorry? Say that again?
Whatever fits their fancy.
Oh, whatever fits their fancy. What if it's a leading of the Holy Spirit?
Or you mean the Holy Mandingo? If it's a leading Holy Mandingo, yeah.
Let me tell you, anything what's led by the Holy Mandingo gets my vote. Anything what is led by, listen, well, let me just reserve. I reserve.
Oh yes. Yeah. And for those who don't know what they mean by Mandingo, Google it.
Oh, someone, Girl Walk on YouTube says, Pastor Phil's coming and not to town. Pastor Phil's coming and not to town. Wait,
I think it's coming to Pound Town.
Reverend Grant.
Pound Town. The Pound Town.
Reverend Grant.
Yes,
I was
please.
gonna say Pound Town.
Will Reverend Grant himself be doing
Great minds think alike, Sandra.
Filthy minds think alike.
Himself be doing will Reverend Grant himself be doing some coming himself?
Of course.
Because you have to practice. You have to practice what you preach.
Of course. It's not do as I say, but don't do as I do. You know, it has to be. Yeah, practice what you preach.
Okay. So you all heard it. Reverend Grant is not a one of these preachers that say, you know, do as I say, not as I do. He said, do as I say, do as I do.
As Shelly-Ann says, the service will take longer to finish.
Okay, you guys, no.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
Gosh.
Yeah, really know. Oh god, it's your people.
The service will take longer to finish. You know what? Anything that takes longer to finish, I mean.
Oh. Yeah, the better the pleasure.
You know.
The better the pleasure.
Oh gosh. This
Oh my
is going
goodness.
to be a Julia moment.
Yeah.
Who know Julia?
Julia.
Oh, that's a Sebastian thing.
Is Julia or Sheila?
Sorry, I apologize. It's
Sheila.
I'm sorry.
How could you mistake that?
I'm sorry. Listen, now I'm going to get in some serious trouble now.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into
Sebastian, are you listening? Are you there?
I'm so sorry. That's Sebastian's girlfriend.
Sebastian said, "But Afro, how could you make that mistake? Afro." I can see Sebastian now.
Shh, don't say anything. Please don't say anything. Don't say anything to him, please. I beg you.
I might be calling him and then he appear, you know.
Okay, I guess that's the cue to end the live before he magically appears.
Good night, everyone.
Can I share one thing before you go, or I can DM you if you really want to go?
Oh, yeah, go on.
Okay, so I feel bad because I shared it in Sebastian's live, but I want to share it with you too. Because I was in that godless dating stream you did the other day.
Yeah.
And I had some ideas because Sebastian was talking about it too, on how to like run it logistically. I don't know if you know, this might be a very American show, this dating show called Singled Out, where you have like one like person, like the one person that's a contestant, and then like maybe 50 or so people. What happened? Okay, I'll put him in the sink. You did me too. I'll dry him off. Sorry, my kid is playing in the sink.
Okay. Oh no. Kids take priority over here. We wait.
No.
We wait. If the children want you, we will wait.
No, he said something happened. I'm like, what happened? And then he has this little teddy bear dripping behind him. Like, oh, my teddy got wet, but I didn't mean to. I'm like, sure you didn't. I'll take care of it. That's fine.
Nice.
But no, so the idea is, because I remember you said there were some people who were kind of shy. We didn't want to go on camera, but it could work either way if they go on camera or not, where you have like a picture of someone and maybe like a stat, like a little profile card that would be the background of like their likes, dislikes, like just kind of key points about their personality and what they're looking for. And then the similar setup that you have now, where there's, what is this, like 8 of us over here. You can have all the potentials on the side, and as they are asking questions and getting to know that person, they could kind of drop one by one until they get down to maybe like the last 1 or 2 people, and that could be like their potential mate. Yeah, it's almost like a process of elimination in a sense. So you get like 4 eligible dates, and then as you're asking like a series of pointed questions, if people feel like there's not a connection, maybe they don't want to do long distance, or maybe they aren't looking for something serious, they could just drop off one by one, and then the last 1 or 2 people can really kind of deep dive into what they're looking for.
That's interesting. That sounds interesting. But then I think I heard Sebastian saying that he may run something of this sort. I mean, it'd be nice to just wherever it's going to take place, whether over there, over here, just get everyone. Just give enough notice so people know what's going on. So people who are interested, then
you can probably make it like an event or something.
Give something back to the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you all hook up and you all don't send me that wedding invite.
Oh boy.
When they're joining, and does anyone have any reason why these two should not be joined together in? I would be there. I'm like, yes, I'm here. Me, I'm here. The internet auntie wasn't told anything.
You should officiate. I heard you have the license. You should officiate.
Yeah, I'm licensed. I'm licensed to join people, non-religious people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and religious people. I mean, if they choose, but I only do non-religious ceremonies.
Yeah, I wanna be there for that too. It has to be streamed. The stipulation is the wedding has to be streamed so we can all see it.
Yes, what is wedding going on? I wasn't here, guys. Did I miss something? I'm here in wedding. What's going on here?
We're planning your wedding, Mighty Ellis.
Don't give them.
We're planning your wedding on the altar. Ellis, we're planning your wedding on the altar. Where's he gone? He's gone again.
Ellis, you're muted. We can't hear you.
What you said? What you said?
I love his accent. I do.
What you said?
I said we were planning your wedding.
Me? Plan for me wedding.
Huh?
Plan for me wedding.
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, I'm going Jamaican. Plan for me wedding is a question. Meaning
Yes,
the English form is
yes.
planning my wedding.
Yes.
So in patois, plan for me wedding.
Yes.
Planting me wedding. I like that. Yes, your wedding at the altar.
On the altar.
Oh my.
Yes, plan for me.
Okay. Just, Gloria, you want to be at the wedding? Okay. The voices behind the altar.
All right.
Oh,
and with that, I'm peacing out.
By the way, let's just say, after the very first, and because that was the trial run, I did get a few people, saying that they were going to slide in one or two DMs.
Wow.
I got someone saying to me, I like someone there, but I'm a bit shy. So I said, go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead and message them, let them know. So they said they were going to. So all I'd say is watch this space. Watch this space. And for the people on YouTube, I apologize. It was just a trial run, but we're planning something. Today was supposed to be the second one actually, but because of that whole conversation with the other gentleman, I just wasn't feeling it at all. Wasn't feeling it. So just I think what we'll do, we in the next few days we'll plan something. We'll plan something in the next few days. So if you're single, searching, not just single, but if you are in a open relationship, and you have the permission of your mate or mates to, explore, you're all welcome. Whether you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, demisexual, all the sexuals, all welcome. All the sexuals, you are all welcome. So, yeah, but I will give everyone notice on YouTube and on TikTok. everyone, so that everyone gets a fair chance. You never know. You never know. Your special someone might just be at the end of this screen, right? May will let me participate, but I can watch. So AR, do not let me catch you. Do not let me catch you coming here to participate. I will kick you out.
Oh my goodness.
Hey Dean Kruger, burning the midnight.
Hi Dean.
Oh hey Dean, good to see you.
Hi.
Okay. Anyway, guys, you all get ready for church tomorrow. Reverend Grant is coming, and we will see you. Okay. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Nighty night.
Just as I'm about to leave, I see someone joining. Imaginary Sky Daddy is their name. I love that name, Imaginary Sky Daddy. This is how people come up with these names. Imaginaries. Hey, Imaginary Sky Daddy. Good night, everyone.
All right. We're finna try Dorisha's pickles. All right. Here it is. Dorisha's pickles. This is blue, so I think this is a blue raspberry flavored pickle. Okay, so I don't know how this shit gonna taste. Hold on, let me get something to drink. Oh, damn, I forgot I had to do this battle with them.
Yes, I'm 23, bro. Y'all be so surprised.
Let me see if my friend in jail gonna tap in.
Look, I ain't never put no power on this phone in so long. I bet you I'm finna use it now. My friend I'm sorry, friend.
Wow. Buffy, get them off me, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Be a bully.
Man.
Dimitri old enough to be my daddy.
Hey, chill out. Watch your mouth.
Sorry, Papa. My bad. Y'all, tap the screen, bro. Tap the screen.
Oh my god.
All right, little baby girl.
Baby girl. Bro, come on. Now. I'm your son and I wear more than you. I wear a bigger size than you, bro. Come on. This a large, B-body. Come on now.
Everybody tell you over to get. Everybody tell you get overfed. Please, get overfed over there.
Yo, your damn head all the way to the last button, dude.
Say what?
I don't know who this is, but we can bring him in. Oh. How old are you?
What's up?
Oh, everybody. Wait. How old are you?
I'm 20-something. I'm 20-something.
Okay. Okay, I'm making sure. You look so young.
I know I look young. It's okay, I know.
Okay. I'm glad you made sure. You already know we playing the quiet.
That's so when I said
We're playing a quiet game.
500 quiet games. Have some roses till speed, y'all.
500 for this side.
You wait till I get this phone.
One money gone.
What's up, Nebula? Hey, D, stop arguing with your chat, dude.
Who?
You.
I'm not arguing with the chat. My friend mad at me.
This is hard as hell to open. Her packaging is hard.
What kind of package is it? Oh. It's just over here to tell me to do. I know why you're coming over here.
All right, let's see if this shit gonna be good. We're doing an interview on Dorisha's pickles.
Y'all, let's make it where she got to do it in silent.
Hey, shut up, because you was silent with your 6 cent having ass. Not too fucking much. Why is this packaging so hard?
I know we playing quiet game, but what flavor is that?
Hold on. Blue raspberry.
Ooh.
Let me see.
Be quiet. Hey, Monroe, you gotta do it in silence. Review it in silence. Use sign language. Y'all tap the screen.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say, I know I couldn't say much, but please tell me how that tastes. Oh my god, it look fine.
Why?
Y'all tap it up. She didn't know people eat pickles with cheese, bro. I thought that was normal.
Hey, shut your ass up. Which way I like it dress? It's not bad. That's fire as fuck. Or like, for me, I see my cousin on the street. For people.
Come on, put some squirt on the screen. I like how much is squirt. Come on, send me some squirt on the screen. I like how much squirt look. Squirt can go thanks to.
It's sweet and sour.
Squirt, man. Oh, God.
Go ahead, type it in the chat. Hey, what would you give it 1 out of 10? I mean 0 out of 10 though.
Let's go.
Okay. Is that the only flavor you got?
Let's go.
You got 2 of them?
Tweety Bird, you acting.
I've been wanting to order.
Hey, Buffy,
Well, I be a little nervous because I be feeling like I don't want to. Ooh.
Well, them bitches look good. In silence.
Y'all, okay, I might have to order, man. That little fire. That just little fire. I gotta
this
order.
Is crazy to me. We be putting
Is
up.
that who I think it is?
But we ain't even got 10K likes.
Is that who I think it is? Buffy, is that you over there?
Oh yeah. Buffy home.
Buffy. Hey, Buffy, look, I've been asking about you too. I hope you've been doing good, sweetheart. I'm still gonna keep you in prayer. Take your time, baby steps. Don't rush nothing. Again, I'm just glad that you're doing good. I'm super glad to hear that.
She got to go live today, bro.
I missed it. Oh, I was on the move. I was in the middle. I'm good. Buffy. Y'all push. Hey, everybody drop blue hearts for Buffy in the chat, man. Y'all know what's up. Everybody drop blue hearts for Buffy in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah, she back home. She doing good, bro.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome, Buffy. You are so welcome.
I like this hair, Monroe. Right here.
Look, I was even asking Matt when I pulled him in the chat. Hey, what Buffy at?
Yeah, he said that when I first came in there. He said, "Where Buffy at?" One thing they can do is ask.
Love, I appreciate it. Look, as soon as he came in, I didn't even say hi to him. I was like, "What Buffy at?" She all right? Oh, she just got home from the hospital. Okay, that's all I need to know. What's up, big dog? You all right?
Ain't shit. Yo, tap the screen, bro. Tap the screen.
Let's go, yo. Buffy, I'm just glad to see you doing good, Queen. I'm so happy to see you doing good. That is what's up. Let's go. Yeah, everybody, y'all.
Before he said hey to me.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, again, everybody, if y'all have not dropped them blue hearts for Buffy, make sure y'all drop them blue hearts in the chat, man. She deserved that, man. I'm glad to see she doing better, getting stronger, taking it day by day. Baby steps, baby.
Tap it up, y'all. 7 seconds, y'all. MVP Buffy in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Teresita, all my tappers.
Bro, MVP to the loves of my lives in here. Lorraine, Denise, Flyer than the next, Mel, Miranda. The double tappers and clappers. Wait, run it. Ain't nobody scared of y'all.
Y'all tap the screen. D, shut up. Y'all tap the screen, bro. 500 o'clock against that's rolls.
Don't throw that 500 that quick this time.
Yeah, just relax. Yo, we not gonna throw unless they throw.
Everybody tap the screen. Everybody on my side tap the screen. Tap the roses.
If they throw 500, then we can go with them.
We gonna go back to the old method.
Until then,
this is where we
taps
at.
and roses till speed. Taps and roses till speed, y'all, for speed.
Everybody TNR. That's what we at.
Because I like to hear them talking to the speed. Unless they get 500. I don't like being quiet.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm going to let y'all live. I don't even care.
What you drinking?
Something that little fire.
Oh my God, I would kill for a soda, bro. Oh,
I don't drink sodas. I drink sparkling water and I put pineapple juice. But today is my cheat day, so I'm having me a Code Red.
What flavor is that?
I'm not allowed to drink sodas.
It's a Code Red.
I love soda so much.
Thank you, Juan.
Tap some roses, y'all. Tap some roses.
That motherfucker hit. I'm not gonna be mean. I'm gonna drink my soda over here, man.
This is 500 quiet game too, chat.
Man, Monroe, your place looking like mine.
We need it 4. All right, let's.
Your place looking like mine. Hey, got
it's a little bit.
No, at least you got a couch.
We need a 4, chat. We need it 4. Let's go. We need it 4. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
One more.
I ain't even got a couch in here yet. Yeah, one rose.
Let's go, baby. One more.
One rose. What's up,
bro? My boy Kid.
Russell, thank you for coming in here. Double, y'all. Oh.
All right, we on speed, chat. We on speed.
Let's see what they do, man. See what they do. Let's go with the watermelon loves. I think we good, y'all. They gonna snipe the speed. Well, we're good, y'all. Tap the screen. Tap some roses, man. It only let me.
I'm at the way Matt said it. Oh, never mind. We good then. Tap the screen. Matt, get on my nerves.
What you talking about, bro?
Oh, snap. Oh, man, I missed that. What was that? Kid, chasing the dream.
Bro, you gotta get
my boy. Appreciate that. My bad. Let's go, Jack. Let's go with the crown, my boy.
Y'all tap the screen, bro. Tap the screen.
Okay, my boy, what you got going on?
I'm texting. I'm always stiff.
Chat, still be cautious, because that's only, 4K away? But just be cautious, chat.
Oh, shit.
Dropping by before I go live. Kid, I appreciate you, my guy. Much respect, my guy.
All we have to do is spread night.
Appreciate the love, my boy.
Monroe, that's all you.
We are on, huh?
That's all you, Monroe. I'm thinking you 5'6". No? Don't tell me you shorter than 5'6". There's no way. You shorter than 5'6"? 5'3"? Really? Oh my God! No way. That's crazy. I can't imagine life like that. Is your face at like the door handle? This close. I bet you could reach straight out and grab the door handle. No? Oh wait, D, I'm sorry. D, I'm sorry about this conversation, bro. I'm sorry, D. I know you don't want to hear about the height conversation, bro. I apologize. Y'all tap the screen, bro. D, I love you, bro. Well, Monroe, you and D got something in common. Y'all, 10 seconds. Tap the screen, bro. Watch the snipe.
Hey, watch the snipe, chat. Watch the snipe.
What up, Sleepy?
Watch snipe, chat.
Now me thinking, I thought that was finna.
And Antoine, shut up. Leave my team alone.
Bruh, Demetrius, Tweety said that's Mitri height.
That's what?
She said that Mitri height.
Tweet, I hope your knees give out.
We leave. Okay, guys. So TikTok superstars this Wednesday. We're battling Hood Angels. We got to do 3 matches. If we win, we're going to the TikTok headquarters and we are going to get an award. This is what the fuck we have been waiting on. Why is my camera look blurry? Or am I tripping? Maybe it's my lighting. Thank goodness I didn't fall. My goddamn ass too big. Okay. Why is my comments not showing up? I get tired of TikTok. Okay, now my comments. Trying to finish my lead man's pass. Oh, wow. It's blurry. Okay. I need to... Let me see if this is probably the lighting. Let's see. I'm gonna wipe it first and we're gonna see if that works. Okay, yeah, my screen. Okay, it was me. It was me. Yeah, global superstar match. Oh, yeah, no. What did I tell you? Everybody turning on each other. I'm excited. Yeah. She got 1,300 people. Remember, guys, we are battling everybody famous around the world.
Hey, Queen. Oh, you want to do a 2-way or 4-way?
We could do one. I can only do one, though.
Okay.
All right. What's up, Project Baby? I'm good. But guys, make sure you register. It's this Wednesday coming up, guys. This Wednesday. Jules, hi, baby. I haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, it's this Wednesday. And if we win this, we're going to the TikTok headquarters. So everybody manifest that we have a big team and we win on Wednesday. We got to do 3 rounds. 3 rounds. It's going to be insane. You turn it up.
The screen recording so I could screenshot. Can I take a screenshot?
Oh, I don't care.
You care. I just want like. Thank you.
What's up, Kim? Hello, Cynthia.
Man.
Hey, how you doing, Cynthia? Everybody, let's get to 200K likes, guys. Keep double tapping the screen, liking and sharing. Hello, Lauren.
Somebody just called me broken teeth.
Shit, I think we finna get our ass beat. We do got a 7-piece. We need 2 Leon cakes. 2 Leon cakes or a money gun. We need Jesus. Oh no, we're not gonna get it. Chat, fight for our streak. Oh my gosh. Oh well, I guess we ain't gonna get the goddamn speed. It's a ×3. Jesus. Mel, let's go. Everybody, give it all you got. It's a ×3. Use the gift goal. Use the gift goal. Use the gift goal. Oh my God. Please use the ×3 chat. Oh my God. Fuck me.
Big bully, just like me.
That motherfucker look just like you, ain't? Shit.
Wonderful.
Don't even matter. I forgot to put somebody over there. I had to go on. I had to fucking go on.
Information, or like I said, I'm gonna start a Patreon, but certain things just I'm not gonna stay on here for the safety of the girls who's already in the field, right? Because things like protocol for screening methods, protocol for ways that we find out who's dangerous and who's not, I'm not gonna say that on here.
I gotta take a slight break, but that was just fucking.
Have I seen Blueface Barbie? She's 304. Have I seen her with my eyes? Yes, I have. I know who she is. How long have I been in the game? In total, 7 years, but I haven't been active in a few years. I wish young people had more convos like this before starting. Absolutely. And that's why I don't care about no other 304 feeling some type of way or feeling like I'm wrong or any of that, because the information I'm sharing needs to be shared, because everybody ain't gonna think to go and research, go look for this, go YouTube this, go read a book. We need to start having these conversations. It can save lives. Do I see plus size girls a lot? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know how many men prefer a bigger woman, a woman with some meat on their bones? That's why I tell people, when you are going to research, be careful and watch who you're watching. Listen to them. Are they giving you advice that sounds like it's kind of tailored to their success story and the way that they see things, or are they giving you universal advice that can be used? Because a woman that's gonna sit on the video and tell you wear skirts and dresses and get you some pearls and she's giving you advice from her point of view. But you might be an alternative girl or a country girl or a rocker girl or an urban girl. It's not like there's any one way to do this. You know what I mean? How you feel about them putting race in this? I don't understand what you mean. Can you be broke and a P? You can be broke and be anything. Which city would you say is the best to start in the industry? I don't think there's a best city. I think research is vital. I think going ahead and getting on the internet and doing research will let you know what you look like and your type, meaning skin color, the way that you dress, your aesthetic, your body size and build. When you looking around, look for the girls that look like you and the ones that look like they doing good. And that could kind of give you a clue, an inkling as to where you might succeed at. There's also forums and people like myself who've traveled that can tell another girl who probably might look like myself, taller, darker, kind of thicker, where I did good at. So again, it's a case by case type thing. What if you're black? What if you are black? Have I worked in Cali? Yes, I have. Hold on, y'all. Do you take a mental break to go to therapy? Absolutely. I'd love to speak with you on the back end. Okay, honey, no problem. Why did I quit the work? Trauma. I was assaulted by a client. I was robbed at Pew Pew Point in a different lane, dealing with some different business. And then my dad died. So all those things happened in like a 2 to 3 month span, and mentally I couldn't do it. And like I keep saying, I do not encourage people to do this when you know mentally you're not good. If you got to take a couple shots before you go catch that play, or get yourself under any kind of influence other than maybe a blunt, and even you don't need to be going to catch no plays. And so once I realized that I couldn't keep working through the trauma, because I tried to work and keep going and just kind of push it to the back of my head for a while, and once I realized I couldn't do that, I stopped. And I over the past like maybe year and some change, I've gone through the worst depression in my entire life. Hence the bonnet all the time and all that type of stuff. I had cut my hair all off. It was a lot. So I'm just now getting back to my normal self, my happy self. So that is what took me out of the game for a minute. I am going to do a Patreon. I'm going to set that up probably tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for the gifts and the taps. I so appreciate you. You helping young ladies be wiser. That is definitely my goal. You definitely have to be strong mentally. No, I'm not active. No. I'm from NOLA and they be on Chef, but with their backs turned, I never get that. It's probably so they can try to stay in pocket. No, for real, thank you, because I started with a manager and was dumb, and now I'm trying to get back safely. What do you mean? White 304s, respect 304s. I think, like, I'm not mad because on one hand, we can't deny that just like in any other industry, like I said on my video, it definitely plays a part. We definitely have to do more and be better to get what they get for looking crazy. And listen, I definitely think it plays a part. However, I don't believe how most 16s will say, like, there's certain levels of this game that black girls just can't get to that white girls can. I don't believe that for a second. I believe it might take a little more. We might have to work a little harder, but it ain't been Nando that a white girl walked in that I couldn't walk right into. Have I ever worked figged? No, I ain't never worked no blade, period. Post the ad in the city you want to go to and see how it do before you go. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that to beginners though, because that could be overwhelming. To be honest, I wouldn't recommend beginners even go OT or go far OT if they didn't want to stay in their city. I like the fact you don't come off defensive about everything. Thank you. No need. Is the definition of fig something you could share? Fig is a street, Figueroa. If anybody's from Cali, Figueroa Street, just like Dallas is Hines, Houston is Bissonnette. Here, ours is called Zone Junction. It's just a street name. I posted on Arrows when Backpage was gone. I don't recommend Arrows. They got rated by the feds, but if it works for you, baby, happy stacking. How does the PTSD of your work show up in your life now? Oh, God. Listen, I don't trust men at all for nothing. And I can't be around no man just to be around him. Like, where's the money? After being in the game, what is your view on romantic relationships? Okay, we're going to talk about that. Use coded language because TikTok messing with your life. Oh, are they? What is it, glitching? The girlies are mad at you for keeping it real. Girl, be mad. I don't understand why. I really don't. Are you considering going back when you get better? Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Posh. What's a Patreon? It's just another website. Did you see Kendra Cox's interview on How She Got Rap? I did not. Thank you, Taylor. Do you remember the chocolate factory in Cleveland? It was so ghetto. No, I don't know what the chocolate factory is. What does stay in pocket mean? Stay in pocket just means following the rules of the game. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off. How do I turn it off? I don't want to battle nobody. Do I take people under my wing if I see they're struggling? I have before. I definitely have before. So, anyway, y'all, we can talk about. Wait, let me go up because I kind of forgot. Did you come back after I blocked you? What's wrong with you? Do you got enough followers on this page to come up? Of course you don't. Did you just make that to come over here? What is with you? What is going on? If you just want to be cool, say that, because it sounds like you need to be. Now this is going on the whole day now. And it's 9:30. What are you doing on here? Your phone is not... Is your phone ringing? It can't be. It can't be. You done made a whole nother page. You done made a whole nother page. Come on, man. You don't even know me. What's wrong with you, girl? Please tell me. Tell me what's on your mind. Well, whatever time it is, hell, you got folks. You ain't supposed to be on the TikTok going back and forth with a damn stranger. You know, you're supposed to be making money. Now, what is your problem? Tell me. Damn the bullshit talking about in a RR. Where is the motherfucker then? You got pictures and videos of everything else. I'm lying about how much you made. I haven't spoke. What is you? Hey man, you gotta be on something, bro. When did I say anything about what you made? What is you talking about? Like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck? And this is exactly why I wanted to get on here and speak. Like, let me tell y'all something. This the number one thing you need to know. When that shit in you and not on you, you gonna have to decide whether you want to be beefing all day, every day, or you don't. Because this ain't no one-off for me. When I tell y'all, this is something that is common when it comes to these girls. Because you got to think a lot of them are damaged. A lot of them been through shit. A lot of them started young and then got burnt up and burnt out and everything else. So when they see a woman who can live in her truth and still be standing on her 10 toes and people seem to be gravitating towards her and they can't understand, they want to start shit with you. They want to be mad. That girl done brought up my kid. Okay? She talking about I'm in a group chat. She all off in a group chat about me. I don't even know this lady. My first time seeing or hearing of her was yesterday when she commented on my post. She done made videos about me. Now she done made another page. I done blocked her. She done came back. These are the things you have to deal with. It's crazies. It ain't just the clients. And it ain't just 16. It's the girls too. Girl, are you that bothered that I said it seems like you're lying? You've been on my page for over 24 hours. Upset because I didn't agree with your opinion. So upset that you tried to throw extra stuff in, talking about why is these girls talking about screening and all this type of stuff when I had not even spoke on screening at all, period. You done brought up my child. You done lied talking about I done deal with all these 304 hustlers and all this type of stuff. Then I block you because I don't even want to engage no more. And you back because you talking about I'm lying about what you made. It seems like you're lying. You telling me you made $250,000 on TikTok or on OnlyFans last year? And you posted up in what couldn't be no more than a 3-star hotel on my page for over 24 hours now, arguing about nothing for real? Bully, I want you to know I'm about to block this page too. Of course that's her. Because nobody even knows who she is. So ain't nobody about to take her picture and come like, no, that's her. Like, go away, bro. I don't have time for that shit. And don't try not to comment now. It's too late. You gotta go, bro. Yes, I'm answering questions, baby. I blocked her. Right, this clearly gotta be my lane, because come on now. I don't understand that. Anyway, but that is, listen, and these are the things, just like it's clients out there that just hunt us down and want to hurt us, just like it's men out there that just hunt people down and want to take their money, it's girls out there that will just find people that's even look happy and try to destroy you because they're miserable. Like, and you got to be strong enough not to get caught up in that. And it took me a while because my ego, you know, I was on some like, can't no bitch disrespect me, and that's period. Like, I don't give a fuck. And you brought my kid up. It was a time where no cap, I'd have been trying to find her. And it's so easy for a 304 to find another 304. I promise you. So easy, because they don't love and loyalty in this game. I'd have hit somebody up that rock with her, trap with her, something. Because you bringing up my kid for what? But I'm grown now. Got shit to lose now. My daughter older now. Feel me? I'm in school to become a whole NMD for the 304s. So I don't have time. Rippable fishnets, baby. Any fishnets is rippable for real. But go to Cirillas. Because they have like some of the best.
My objection isn't relevant, not with the conclusion of your premises, but rather why the objection in of itself is bad and not relevant.
Can you say that again, like in 3 sentences?
Oh, you want me to restate it for the 8th time?
Go ahead.
Okay, we'll say it for the 8th time, chat. Courtney, I'm so sorry for taking over your life. I'm gonna dip after this. I have a really nice bottle of wine and some homemade pasta waiting on me. So anyways, going back to my objection. You said that this future of the fetus is only morally relevant at the moment of conception because it is at the moment of conception that it's most, you know, it's probably gonna become a
yeah, that's a fact.
So now, when I give you this contraption example with sperm on one side, the egg on the other, and we know that this contraption will act in such a way that it will slowly inch the sperm and the egg closer and closer together until they touch and conceive an individual, why do we not give moral relevance to the sperm and the egg in this case? Because for the same reason that you give moral relevance to conception, that being it will probably become a person, this contraption will also probably make a person. So I want you to tell me why this objection is not relevant to what you're saying.
There's hundreds of ways to stop that contraption, just like there's hundreds of ways to stop yourself from having a conception happen.
Oh my God. I just joined this and I want to go after Taco and in a nice way.
Okay,
and
I'm
in
going
a
on
nice
so
way.
hard right now,
In a
dude.
nice way.
I'm on Taco's ass. I'll go ahead and drop and let you guys take it. But
No,
I just want to make it.
You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. My question
Yeah,
is,
exactly. Conception is the relevant.
you know, we're
One second
talking,
before I leave, I just
we're
wanted to,
talking about conception. Let's talk about different circumstances. Let's talk about a woman.
The extremes.
I'm sorry. Let's talk about a woman not having a choice. A woman not having something.
If you guys are gonna switch the topic, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh no! I'll shut up. No.
You're good. I gotta go eat dinner, so you're good. Like, continue the conversation without. Before I leave, just like 5 seconds here. Tacos, you've been unable to answer my objection for the last 15 minutes.
Dude, about your magical
and you've given
gadget,
no
that's like a Saw
substantiation
movie.
as to
You're
why
talking about a crazy like contraption that has on one end the sperm, one end an egg. That's not how babies are made. Like that egg can't just be out by itself. Like you're talking about
Oh wow!
some crazy
So
science fiction.
because this
Like,
doesn't happen, it's a bad hypothetical. So
yeah,
you know
so
what a
why are you
hypothetical
using it?
is? A hypothetical is something that is metaphysically possible to test your moral principles. Yes, it is metaphysically possible for us to make a contraption, put sperm on one side and put the egg on the other. This can happen, and it's the fact that it can happen that matters. And by you saying that my objection is weak because it doesn't happen is very, very poor. You need to educate yourself on how to debate.
you must put that egg back into a woman
So
for the baby to come
problematic and
out.
dogmatic in your
It's
belief.
impossible without
But
the woman in the.
anyways,
You
thank
cannot
you so
put an
much for your
egg
time, Taco.
out in the air.
One
Dean,
second.
you're
Not
awesome.
connected to a
I
woman.
love
It
you,
has to be
Dean.
connected to a woman.
You're beautiful.
Taco, thank you so much for your time.
That egg has to be
You're always a
connected to
good
a
debate.
woman, even if
You
you're
have a low IQ, but you're always a fun debate. Have a good rest of your life, Courtney.
Yo, look it up, Dean. Like you cannot have an egg by itself. Like
I mean, we have eggs in our uteruses by themselves all the time.
right, but it's within your body, and you need a human life to support human life. A woman. and
You
a
need
baby.
a sperm to create human life, right?
You know,
Yeah, of course.
I love Dean's comments. I thought he was amazing. Taco, you know,
Eggs
one of the
cannot
things,
develop by themselves.
you know, everybody has a right to their opinions. And I will tell you as a female that...
Yeah, you know what in vitro fertilization means? It means that they go
wait,
inside the
stop.
woman and put the egg inside the woman.
Stop, sir. It's my turn to speak. As a person that has been in a situation where I was taken advantage of, and how do we deal with that?
That's a very, yeah, of course.
No,
That
but
is-
you're saying like all this stuff, and it's like a man telling a woman what to do with their body, and I control my body, and it's very insulting. It is very insulting that a man, that we're even debating this, because a man should never tell a woman, you know, because at the end of the day, most women deal with a lot of crap, deal with a lot of stuff.
What's wrong with saying to use protection or use anti-contraception?
We do.
Before,
I'm telling you
all right, but
that, you know what?
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about after you avoid
doesn't
using all those
matter.
things
Protection
and you
is
don't
not
use them, knowing what
100%,
happens if you
sir.
don't use them.
Protection
Then-
is never 100%.
And then that's when you gotta suck it up and say, well, I'm that one.
No, we can control our bodily
sir.
processes.
That's easy for you.
All
and
abortions
that's
are
easy
not
for you to
because there are
tell.
women
Are you
with
going to
that
be that person that goes, oh my God, the 1%? The 1%. Where
That's not why abortions are done.
There's many reasons. There's multiple reasons why they are.
Yeah, and that's not a high, like,
So
probability
you
of it.
think a person that is you okay, I'm gonna go back. I've been in a situation where I was roofied. I'm sorry. I don't know what the I don't know if I'm gonna get kicked off of TikTok. And I ended up unfortunately being pregnant because somebody did something to my drink that I was wrong.
May I ask why, after all these bad things, like horrible things, I should say, happened, like, one of the main things you would do was seek the avoidance of having a baby?
Oh, so now you're gaslighting me. This is where
I asked you a
turn around.
question why this wasn't something you thought about doing.
It was one, I have proof. I went into a bar.
Okay.
It was my first drink. First drink. And something was put in my drink. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The proof is in the pudding. I ended up, I mean, you know, I understand the pro-life stuff. I mean, it's a child. That child didn't do anything. But I was 3 days in, 4 days in, 5 days in. It doesn't matter. It was not what I wanted. It was something from a terrible situation. And nobody can understand the pain and the hurt of a situation where I've been put in where I had to do that. And I found out 3 weeks later that I was pregnant. And
it was your choice whether to continue or not continue it. And you could have sought help for people as happened to them. And there's resources. And the judge would say, if you take it that far, that you are excused.
It's not a baby at that point. It is not a baby at that point.
Right. So you have you have the capability of choosing whether to continue or not continue with the.
And I did. I chose not to continue.
And that's a choice that you made because that's how your life was in that moment, and that's how you felt.
But I don't believe that men should have any. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, this may be extreme. That men are deciding our health rights, our uterus rights, and it's like there's a reason this is a problem. There's a reason this is a problem. And I'm not a man hater.
And there's a reason there's resources that people can go to and rehabilitate from this like scenario and this like consequence of life, and like not consequence because anyone was looking for it, but this is just like, that's why we have people who get help for these outcomes that unfortunately happen to them.
And
these are exceptions to rules.
Yeah, no, but
these
you
are
have
amendments.
to understand, sir, it's coming from a man. Everything in the U.S. is this debate is coming from a man, because each and every man is telling us how we need to feel about our bodies. We are.
So Tina, I have a question.
Yes.
Would you agree that if you don't have a womb, you shouldn't make a decision on a woman's body?
Excuse me?
No, not specifically. That's a specific, but no. They should be educated and have the research on the topic, like a doctor.
No, I think this is a very good discussion, and I'm not trying to make this about hating men. That's not my point. I'm just saying, as a female, that, you know, my body is mine, and recently it's become a political thing, and I hate that. It's terrible.
There's Medicaid. Medicaid helps people with these difficulties.
Do you think pregnancy is free?
Me?
No, Taco.
Oh, sorry.
It's obviously not free for anybody.
Okay.
You either pay for insurance that covers
it's minimal, like $50,000. So, and if they don't have insurance, somebody has to pay for it.
You can, for in the U.S., I don't know where you guys are from, but you can apply for emergency Medicaid.
Okay,
and you can
so
get help with that.
I'm gonna compare this like a mule person. A mule person.
There's also free resources like Planned Parenthood.
No, I'm gonna compare this to the cartel.
I mean, you still have to pay.
But these are resources for people who
you still have to pay.
Happen to come to the misfortune of having a potential child. This is not for people who know what they're doing and they consensually want to have a baby, and then they change their minds and then they don't have one anymore.
You just called yourself out. You just said consensually.
Yeah, so we have for when the worst cases, and then in any other
Yes.
case, then they should go through with the full term.
But women have the right to self-determination to what happens to their body.
Why are you denying? Well, let's say you're just a woman who doesn't want to have a kid because, she'd rather go party every weekend instead. Like that's a worst scenario. But
I'm sorry, sir.
if she wanted to, then she could just
I'm
go full
sorry,
term.
sir.
And then
If you have consensual sex and the condom fails, you're telling me that's my responsibility. That is BS. I had consensual sex. I had the ability to control that
These are the
situation.
0.01%.
And it failed.
Right.
So you're telling me
Like
because
people
it failed,
catch misfortunes all the time.
and it failed, so you're telling me I should have that baby and it's not my choice.
If there's no other reason for it to not happen, then yeah.
Yeah, and you're the man that.
And why? So why?
What the
in
hell,
what position
dude?
are you to not have that baby?
I mean, I'm trying to be respectful, but if you're the man that impregnates somebody using safe protection, which the Catholic Church says you shouldn't do, and I'm not Catholic, but you are basically saying, even if you put precautions in there and you do everything right, you have an IUD, blah, 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 blah. You're saying because of that, the woman.
You took the chance.
Are you going to raise the baby? No. 9 times out of 10, the dude walks off and it's just like, not my baby.
Well, in that argument, I would
that's not
say,
true.
why would you sleep around with somebody that you're not prepared to have a baby with?
That's
Well, no,
what
I'm not
saying.
saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm
This is
saying what
you're
would.
making
If a
every
man
female
doesn't want to
feel
quote
like
unquote be a
shit.
dad to their kid, they get found out by the government and they take their money out their paycheck.
No,
Or they go to
why would
jail.
you sleep? Why would you sleep with somebody that you know is not worth shit?
Oh my God, like you don't sleep with anybody. I mean, you know what? This is again, you're gaslighting. You are making women feel terrible because they may have unprotected sex. And that is not okay.
If you have sex, you're taking the risks. It doesn't mean that the guy shouldn't. Morally, the guy should stay. But if you're taking the risk of sleeping with somebody that's not going to stay, why would you have that
So
risk?
you've only had sex with someone you've been in a long relationship with.
No, that's why you use protection.
Okay,
And
then.
sometimes,
All right. Sex is
sometimes
not
protection
pleasure.
fails. And that's very rare, but it does happen. And in that case, just like you win the lottery, just like you win the baby lottery, too bad. The baby lottery sucks
Exactly.
for some, but so what? You won the baby lottery because you chose to have protection.
Yes. And women have the right to determine what happens to their uterus. Get over it.
That's the part where it falls off. That's
This
the
is
part where-
gaslighting. If you guys don't
how's
see
that?
it,
Have I told you you're lying? Have I told you you're saying something wrong? No, I'm telling you.
no, you turn it around. Like if you turn it around with people, that's gaslighting. I don't. I
No,
do not.
No, I think there's a misplacement of blame. Ultimately, we should be advocating for the government, not telling women what to do with their bodies. Same with. It's not a men issue. It's a government issue. You don't want the government telling you what to do.
Exactly.
But if the federal government has that power, it then falls onto the states. The states have the power to determine that.
Yeah, now it's up to the states. By the way, I heard one of the states has a new law that bans abortion. Anyone know?
Yeah, so many. Georgia, Texas.
No, recently.
I'm from Georgia. We were in the original.
Bring up a cup. Do you want to answer the question?
How can men prevent unwanted pregnancies and abortion?
Yes.
Ultimately, I think it's not a men issue. It's both men and female. You have to acknowledge that you're taking a risk if you're having sex, ultimately, right? With protection, without protection. So people have to make smarter decisions of who they're sleeping with. And, you know, if you end up getting pregnant, that's a decision between both of the parties. If one party walks away, the other party has to make a decision.
You just stated exactly everything. But at the end of the day, the woman holds the bag. The woman is responsible. And
Yes. And both parties are responsible, ultimately.
Yes.
No, but now we have men telling us that we can't make a decision. And that's...
But which men?
No, sir. I'm telling you, it is probably one of the worst things you can ever I'm sorry, I said the F word. Effing decide.
Ignore them.
But which men are you talking about?
I've actually had and it was the worst decision I've ever made, in the sense of it wasn't the worst decision. I should word this better.
Goodness gracious, okay.
But a man lied to me and told me and over all these things. And he ended up being married. But I still had an option. And I support pro-choice. Absolutely.
That's why I said mistakes happen. We can be coerced into things.
Yeah, and I hope I didn't offend all the ladies on here. It was a pro-choice, pro-life. I mean, I am pro-choice 1,000%. It was...
What you described just now wasn't coercion, though, Courtney.
What she did?
What she described just now, like finding
Being
out the guy.
lied to?
Yeah, that's not coercion. That's not how you describe coercion.
Well, let Justina explain.
Are you?
No, I mean she explained it fine. It's just not coercion. I'm not saying it's okay or anything like that. I'm just saying it's not how you describe coercion.
Also, coercion does happen where that's why.
Yeah, coercion does happen. I'm not saying coercion doesn't happen. I'm just saying what she described isn't coercion.
Sir, I didn't even find out this individual was married until I was at his apartment while they were separated, and he shoved me in a bathroom with his kitty litter because his wife was there with their newborn baby. So if that does not tell you this man did not need another a baby.
Look, I'm not saying this guy isn't an asshole or he wasn't deceptive or that is not coercion. Justina, here's press the home button on your phone, go to Google, search coercion, go read that, come back, and then tell us what that means. Because what you described wasn't coercion. That's all I'm saying. It's not coercion.
Yeah, we don't know
I know
exactly how
what
it
it
happened. That's why I said Justina can explain.
Well, she just did. I mean, what am I missing here?
Manipulation.
Yes, you're right. He manipulated. I agree. He's an asshole. That was fucked up.
Very close.
That was messed up.
There's a gray line between that. There is a gray line between coercion and manipulation. And
okay, I'm gonna bring up a little. I want to bring up a little story because the reason why I left the U.S. is there's a lack of responsibility from both men and women, and I'm gonna bring up a story of how my irresponsibility put me in a bad position in Mexico. I was walking at night in Mexico, and I got robbed. is it my responsibility to not be robbed, or was I shouldn't be supposed to? Was I supposed to be out at night that late, and that's why I got robbed, or should I? But this is Mexico.
There you go.
I should have been more responsible and stayed at home. If I stayed home, I wouldn't have been robbed. So I take personal accountability that I shouldn't have been out late that night.
It's not really your fault, though.
It's not, but it happens sometimes. So I have to take responsibility, even if it's not my fault. You know, I hate it when people use those terms, victim blaming. This is like this new language you guys are using. It's taking responsibility. It's not victim blaming.
Are you responding to the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. To be fair, every language is new language, dude. I mean, words get invented all the time. So, but before accountability got
try to
invented,
avoid responsibility, and they use these new words to avoid responsibility.
But
yeah, I mean,
I believe getting an abortion is taking responsibility, because if you cannot effectively raise that child, you should be responsible and get the abortion.
I completely agree.
Yeah, everybody can have their own choice.
So you're pro-choice?
I'm anti-government.
Okay.
Yeah, which means even though I don't like the idea of citizens having like too much freedom, but I don't want the government having that power over somebody. So I'd rather side with the freedom of the citizens compared to the government.
Answer the question that's on the screen.
Yeah, hi Courtney. Hi everyone. I just, I mean, obviously it's contraception, right? Condom, and having a conversation. I think that's probably a logical answer, probably to keep things simple. But it can obviously go a bit more deeper than that, and it can branch out into a whole new conversation.
You think there's multiple ways for a man to prevent unwanted pregnancies.
Yeah, I just think from a logical standpoint, at least, you know, from my perspective, I think the whole thing of my body, my choice, I mean, okay, in all fairness, for the sake of the argument, we will go with that, right? But the thing is, if it is my body, my choice, then I personally think the female that is engaging in sexual activity should take more responsibility to make sure that she doesn't get pregnant. For example, you can get an IUD inserted. So the chances of getting pregnant with an IUD is less than 1%. So I think something like that is, you know, can literally solve this whole thing of debating such a very simple thing that can actually be ended with people just being responsible, you know. Yeah.
Why is the responsibility all put on the woman?
Well, I mean, you have to remember that the thing is, if a female becomes pregnant and she wants to have the father, even if he doesn't want the kid, he still has to be financially responsible regardless of whether or not he wants the kid. So where do men get choice? Where do men get choice in that? Do you see what I mean? Like, it's a bit contradictory.
That's why men should be responsible.
Yes. Let me ask you a question, Nicholas. Can when my egg releases every month, can I fertilize it myself?
Sorry, you just broke up for a second. Can you just repeat that, please?
I said when I have a period every month and my egg comes out, can I fertilize that myself?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so So who actually is at fault?
But you can't get pregnant on your period. I mean, so I don't understand what you mean.
Okay, so I can't fertilize the egg myself. So who's actually responsible for the pregnancy?
I mean, if you're consensually having intercourse with a male, then
So why can't you be responsible for where you place your body?
I don't think I ever once said that men shouldn't be responsible.
By saying that the woman can just insert an IUD and she should be more responsible. That's the same thing as saying that the man is not responsible.
Nicholas, I don't want to
listen, guys. It's very simple. I think equal responsibility at the end of the day is what it all comes down to. It's that simple.
Okay, so now you're changing your mind. So it's not all about the IUD.
No, it is absolutely. I mean, an IUD is literally the most perfect fail-safe method. You know.
But I'm allergic to the material that is used for the IUD. Now what?
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, I'm sure that most women aren't. So you're just, an exception to the rule at the moment.
Oh, but there are many exceptions to the rule. So what do we do with those women? So those are the women that you would allow an abortion.
Okay, so if we're going off the argument of this won't work for me, that a lot of men can use the same argument. For example, wearing a condom doesn't always necessarily work for men because it's extremely uncomfortable and it's not the best thing in the world. So
let's pick that apart a minute, Nicholas, let's pick that apart a minute. You just said something that it's an inconvenience because it's uncomfortable. There's a big difference with being allergic to a material that is inserted into your cervix and being uncomfortable. Would you not agree?
Okay, well, let's say the man is allergic to latex.
Wait. That I didn't ask that to
Exactly.
Well, okay, well, that's the new argument, Foxy.
I didn't.
Because men are allergic to latex, and it's not just.
It was Nicholas.
What's your question? What's your question?
It was
but it's a silly game to play though, Foxy. That's the only reason I said it. It was a silly game to play.
It's not a silly game to play. What game is there being played when men want to make decisions about who is responsible for what?
The first thing Nicholas said when he came up here was that both people were responsible. He said that you should have a conversation.
I didn't hear that. I was napping. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What I
did say that.
What I did hear was that women should be more responsible and that they should have an IUD.
Yes, that was the last thing he said.
And that will take care of the problem.
Right.
No, you're taking my words out of context. You're taking my words out of context. I said that is a solution. An IUD is a perfect solution. I didn't say it is the solution. I didn't say it is the solution. I said it is a perfect solution, but I didn't say it's the solution. There's a difference.
It's not always the solution. There can be side effects that the woman does not want, and then chooses to stay off of birth control for a while to regulate her hormones and period again. So then what?
Okay. I think what it all boils down to at the end of the day.
You do know that there had been a few years back a contraceptive, like a pill, developed for men. And it was not placed on the market. Do you want to know why?
Well, you can tell me.
Okay, it wasn't placed on the market because the men that were taking it experienced, I don't want to say an adverse reaction, but they had some cramping, mild cramping for a short period of time when they took it. And so that's why it was decided that it wasn't a good fit for men. Yet men want to come up here and men want to decide what women should do with their bodies, what women should have to take, what substances we should have to endure.
Right, okay, so I have a very good question for you then. So if you say men should be responsible, then why should men not have a right and a say in whether their kid should be aborted or not? If you're saying we should be responsible, explain that to me.
You're actually speaking to a woman who, if the man decides that they do not want this this fetus, then I believe that there should be laws in place where they can completely opt out of the responsibility of the fetus, both financially and otherwise. So now what, Nicholas?
Well, I mean, I'm really surprised that you actually said something extremely logic, and I applaud you for that, because the main issue that the majority of men have is the fact that they silenced. I mean, that kid is born because the male inseminated the female, correct? So that kid wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the man in the first place. So I guess we can all agree on that. But the thing is, the fact that men should be silenced, and the fact that a man should not have and cannot have a say whether his child deserves to live to right, the right to live, is extremely, the hypocrisy is through the ceiling. I mean,
It's
why
not
should a man not
hypocrisy.
have,
Do you know why?
why should
Do you know
why should
why
a man
the
not
woman
have the
has
right?
the choice?
Why should a man not have the right to decide whether his kid deserves the right to live?
Because self-determination. Whose self-determination is it? The man has the right to take medicine to change his body, right? So why can't the woman?
Okay, so the thing is, what it all boils down to at the end of the day, and it's this whole debate can be answered in one extremely simple explanation, and it all comes down to engaging in responsible sex, right? If you're irresponsible, then the both should be punished. If you are responsible, and for example, let's say the female is on birth control and the male does wear a condom during intercourse, if something has to happen and they do end up being pregnant, and the female does end up getting pregnant, then that should be an exception, because then they went through all the measures to make sure that they were having safe sex and they were doing the right thing, correct? However, in a situation where, and this happens a lot of times, trust me, I've been in multiple relationships, I know what I'm talking about. There are certain females out there that do not want men to wear condoms when they have sex, because they always complain about it. And it's not just me, it's my friends, it's my cousins. I've been through this. I'm speaking from it.
That's not right at all. I wouldn't advocate for that, and I don't personally do that. So
I'm not saying all women do that. I've never said all women do that, but I'm saying that there are women out there. So what does a man do in such a circumstance?
So what the man does, the man takes responsibility and says to the woman, I'm sorry, no gloving, no loving.
Yeah, so
and then you don't have sex with that woman.
And then there's also the risk of some sort of infection also with getting pregnant. So yeah, that's a no. I think condoms definitely should
always be in place.
Yeah.
Condoms are the best prevention against STDs, against sexually transmitted diseases.
So can I ask Courtney a question? Why don't you just put the title in the background saying, how can we prevent unwanted pregnancies and abortion, instead of saying men? Because this is not just a one-sided thing, it goes both ways.
Since the beginning of time, women have been holding the responsibility all on their own. And so now we feel...
They produce the most burden. It's their life in jeopardy for having that child, though.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That's a good point.
So why the men literally have no skin in the game? Like, I mean, besides the financial burden, and even that they can literally just not pay it. Like, I mean, they can just not pay it. So, I mean,
okay, you know, so that's another good point. So our society is filled with deadbeat men. Men who do not pay their child support, where women are the ones. And now men are
as a single guy,
Nicholas,
can I just ask you a question?
Nicholas, can she finish her thought, please?
Yes, and now there are men. I don't know, boys on this app who actually say that the problems in the world amount to all the single homes where boys are being raised by women, and women are now being blamed for the outcome of these boys that are in our society now. So now, once again, the women are taking responsibility. We're tired of it. We're tired of it.
But are these women having kids to men who didn't want them?
Who knows? I don't know the statistics.
Okay, well, Foxy, I just hope if I can just respond to that, if I may, please.
Go ahead, Nick.
So you just told me what you said, right? So are you trying to say that you said it's filled with men, right? But you do realize that there are men out there like me, myself. I'm 23 years old and I have a 2-year-old son, where the partner that I had my son with just completely bailed 3 months after he was born. Can you explain to me how there aren't men out there that are sitting in the same situation?
There are,
so
and I don't disagree with you. Yes, there are men that do step up, but
so
there
I
are
was 21
far
years
more
old and I had to
women.
raise my son by myself.
There are far
We're going
more
back
women.
to preventative measures, including communication.
Okay.
So you guys are looking at this as a one-trick pony and let's fix it, and that's not the case. What needs to start? Sex education, appropriate age-wise, from K through 12. There are more pregnancies that are unwanted or that happen because the contraceptive fails because of human error. Human error. A simple wrong size on your condom could result in a tiny, tiny hole.
You're basically telling on yourself now, though.
I'm not telling on myself. I'm telling
you are,
facts.
because it just proves but this is exactly what I've been trying to say from the beginning. You're just proving yourself. You're just proving my point that contraception doesn't always work.
No, because contraceptive will work much better with better education, with being better informed, with communication between female and male prior to the sex act. There are many, many things that need to take place before we can come to a place where, yes, where there are far less pregnancies there are far less unwanted pregnancies. Let's say that. Unwanted.
Okay, so if we can all agree on
why am I
fact,
biased, Italian Prime
so
Minister?
the fact that okay, hold up. So if we can all agree that we should all be responsible and practice safe sex, if we can all agree on that, right? So the thing that I'm trying to get to is the fact that
what's one thing that can answer that question? How can men prevent unwanted pregnancies and abortion? What's the first thing? You said it, but you said it in the reverse earlier.
I said male contraception. That's simple.
Yes.
But it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. So what's the point? You even admitted yourself that it doesn't always work. You even admitted it yourself.
It doesn't always work because there's not enough education given for it. There's not enough education given for it.
And communication.
Okay, so even if you put a condom on wrong and the female still ends up getting pregnant, now don't
that's
you
the
think?
difference, education. So if you had the education,
So what about
Foxy? You gotta let him finish it. You gotta let him finish at least like one thing.
I don't want to. She feels she knows everything.
The thing that I've just been trying to say is, at the end of the day, it's all extremely simple. It all comes down to responsibility. If you can be responsible and you can use birth control, then that's fine. Then that's not an issue. But you have people out there, irresponsible adults that call themselves adults, that are engaging in intercourse, fucking raw dogging the shit out of each other, and then they obviously know they're on no birth control, and there are so many people out there that do this, okay?
Yeah.
And what about those people? Do you think they also deserve the right to have an abortion?
Yes.
Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? Because having intercourse is
No.
literally the direct outcome is pregnancy. It's
Yeah, what's the
basic
percentage
biology.
of that? What's
It's
the
basic
percentage?
biology.
What's the percentage of that?
If two healthy adult humans, male and
Mhm.
female, are having intercourse, and the chances of pregnancy occurring is extremely high, even if the male pulls out, 78% of the time.
Yeah, but there's pre-cum, so that's not even a good example.
Exactly.
And that's and the woman should not be doing that. Stop raw dogging everybody. That's the main problem. Women are out here lying to men, saying, "Yeah, I'm on the pill" and stuff like that. Granted, the man's wrong too, but at the same time, wear condoms. Stop raw dogging everybody. Just so good don't mean it's not good. You gotta think of it. That means if you raw dogging this chick right now, 18 years down the road, you still stuck with her, regardless if she's a nag, a battle axe, a combative woman, because we have a lot of combative women in society now. Stop banging these crazy chicks raw just because they got a fat booty and all that other stuff. Stop banging these girls raw, okay?
I was just
Because you gotta
clapping
look
for you.
at it. For 13 minutes of sex can give you 18 years of pain. Women are out here trapping men, and you can get mad all you want with me. There are women out here that because he look good, she want to have his baby and trap men and stuff like that. I haven't had it happen to me. I've seen other people do it. You know, look, miss, see, of course, a hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. See, now the thing is,
Richard,
man,
I highly doubt Richard.
How many you got trapping you? How many?
Yeah,
you got?
Richard. I mean, I think you. I
ain't
think you're
trapping
being
me.
extremely.
Look, I got years in the game. They're not going to be doing that to me. I've seen what
Richard,
the
I
women
think
do.
you're being extremely disingenuous by saying that women are vast. What percent? You know, let me ask a question because you made the statement. What percentage of women do you think are telling men that they're on birth control, and they're not? What percentage?
I've always been truthful.
22%. Just because
Richard,
that does happen.
You are out of your mind. You are
22%.
absolutely out
There are
of
women
your
out
mind.
here lying to men. They're saying because they.
Where's the stat? Where am I pulling up that stat?
Yes,
I'm
please.
pulling it up.
Please pull that up. 22%.
Actually, just tell Courtney. Courtney has a computer. She'll pull it up and she'll
No,
show
I
us.
don't. My Wi-Fi is not working. I have no Wi-Fi.
Oh, look at that. But I bet you if you slept with a man, you get your bill paid.
Richard, where did you get that number from?
My bill.
Richard, where did you get that number from? Where did you get that 22%?
In my building.
Where'd you get that from?
It was on the CDC. Go. It's I think it's like page 4 of the CDC. If you look, you can find it.
So
But
the
now-
CDC. Okay, no. Slow down.
Oh
Slow
my
down.
goodness! I
So the
really think society has to stop looking for percentages of everything and just use common
Why?
sense. A lot of folks in the world.
Slow. Richard. Let's
Oh,
take it
my
one
goodness.
step at a time.
No,
On
I'm
the
not taking one
CDC
step at a time. It's just
on the
look,
CDC's
we got two
website-
ears and one mouth. Let
Okay,
one person
great.
talk, say
Okay,
all this
I'm
stuff,
talking.
and then
Yes,
go
I'm
from
talking.
there.
So on
No,
the CDC
but you're not. You feel like you are need statistics.
on the CDC website, it says that 22% of women are telling men that they're using birth control and they're not. That's what it says on the CDC website.
Yes, go look on there for that. While you're looking on that, I'm gonna keep on saying the stuff I'm saying.
No.
You're
Fellas,
literally lying,
stop
bro.
raw dogging
You are
females.
lying.
Wear condoms.
lying.
Please go
You're
invest in
lying.
condoms. Just because they're expensive does not mean that you can't go to them. You can
That's
go
a
to a clinic, get
bold-faced-
free
Dude, that's a
condoms.
bold-faced
Don't
lie.
use lifestyles. Stop using those and everything that way. No, it's like you guys don't say that. You're just like men are horrible. They're deadbeats, and stop putting men down, miss. Do you have a man? Do you have a man at home? Because it sounds like you're lonely and you hug pillows at night. If you up here always talking bad about men, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. If you
Who's talking bad about men? Only
you just were talking bad about men. Calling them boys, saying they're deadbeats, they don't take care of their kids. Yes, they do. A lot of men do try and take care of their kids, and you know what happens? These women lie, make up
She's
stories.
obviously not talking about those men. She's obviously not talking about those men.
And then all of a sudden they go to the courts and lie in there. I've seen it happen many a times.
Shut up, Richard. I want more.
Oh, first
men
off, bitch, don't
step
tell me to
up.
shut up. You better find a man that
Quiet.
I can shut you up.
I want more men to step up and request custody.
On his own.
100% custody of their kids. The more men that request it, the more men that will get it. And so that somewhere down the line, it will be prevented for blaming one or the other. Well, you had the child 50% of the time, you had the child 50% of the time. It should be equal opportunity for both. For both. I'm not looking to put it all on men, but women have been taking responsibility forever.
I think we can all agree that a way to solve this problem is that people from New York and New Jersey simply should not procreate. They're a foul people that should be worked out of society.
Chris, I will be procreating till the cows come home. So don't you worry about people from New York.
Roxy, aren't you already home?
No, I'm not home.
But aren't you already home?
No.
Oh, you're no fun.
No.
There we go. There we go.
Yes, I am home. Yes, I'm in my home right now.
Because you said you'd be procreating until the cows come home?
Yes.
You already home?
Yes, I am home. They've come, yes.
Hopefully repeatedly and with enthusiastic consent.
We're getting there, don't you worry.
Oh my.
Why do men have to come up here and say like shit?
Also, Texas, it's yo daddy. Go get 6 more followers and come on up. We can talk about how good at swallowing you are.
Oh Lord. I don't understand. I just want equality all the way around. I want men to say yes, we're responsible. One man from the get-go in any live to come up and say men are equally responsible, but women are doing all the heavy lifting. And let's let women do what they need to do for themselves. Let them decide.
I'll never say men are equally responsible. I think most of the responsibility on the women because they have most of the risk. So
we should have most of them. We should be able to do what we need to do for us. Then, if you say that, so then we should say we should have the men that want to weigh in on what women should do with their bodies. We should tell them to stop and shut up. Men should come up and tell other men to shut up.
Wait, what? What does the men have to do anything? No, I think the women, you know, if whatever criteria women want to make for men to sleep with them, you know, y'all got all the power, but women have the most of the responsibility. I mean, because y'all have all of the risks. I mean, y'all are the one who are gonna go through all the 9 months of pain. Y'all gonna go through the
body changes.
Yeah, I mean all of that. I mean,
yeah.
So I mean that's why I don't.
Pro-life.
Say that again.
Are you pro-choice or are you pro-life?
I'm pro-choice.
Oh, okay. Why am I fighting with you then?
Why do you think that women have the risk? Like, why do you think it's